LATV3 presents Game of the Week.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kiefer Stadium at Bishop Amat High School for second round CIF playoffs. Tonight it's the 10-1 Los Alamitos Griffins versus the 6-5 Bishop Amat Lancers. Last week, Los Al with a fairly easy game rolled over Cabrillo Jaguars. Bishop Amat did a very nice job beating Redlands East Valley. It comes down to, again, same scene as 2 years ago when Los Al played Bishop Amat in one of the toughest games they had in their run to the championship in a driving rainstorm. Fortunately tonight, no rain, but still a tough team. Steve Leitner, Los Al's had a great run so far, really clicking on all cylinders. What do you see for him tonight?
Well, Ron, I think Los Al really needs to get behind their quarterback tonight, and the offensive line really needs to block well. If he gets his arm going, gets his passes down, the receivers run their routes, they're going to be really tough to stop. Once again, the running game needs to be a big factor also. If they can't stop the run, they're not going to stop the pass. So you're going to have to look for the Los Al Griffins to come out firing on all cylinders, play a really tough game, and really take it to them. And that's what I see for tonight's game.
Good, excellent analysis. It's going to be a tough game tonight. And Keith, Bishop Amat, I mean, the nightmare team coming out of the Sarah League. They're a wild card team, but tell us about them.
Well, like you said, it's a different approach. They basically played 2 seasons. 2 and 3 in league play this year, not tremendous, but it got them here, and now it's 1-0 tie with everybody that's still left in the playoffs. They've got an exceptional running back in Willie Wagner. He's got 1,400 yards. Leads the league in both scoring and yardage, and their quarterback third in the league with about 1,300 yards in passing. But basically, what they like to do: spread it out, get it to a variety of receivers to open up that run. Huge offensive line up front. So if they can get that run working, they can give Los Al a run for their money.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the take. 2 very good teams tonight. This is going to be a battle. Stay tuned. We'll be back with the start of the game in just a few minutes.
This edition of LATV3's Game of the Week is sponsored by family and friends of the Los Alamitos Football Booster Club. Stay tuned, exciting first half action is coming up next.
Imagine what it feels like to be a hero every day. You can make a difference in the Coast Guard. Jobs that matter. Imagine what it feels like.
Join the Coast Guard or the Coast Guard Reserve. Stop drugs. Save lives. Protect the environment. Call toll-free 1-877-NOW-USCG.
Coast Guard. Jobs that matter.
Every weekend, millions of middle-aged adults head out the door to take on a new sport or pick up where they left off in a sport they haven't played in years. This is a good thing, but there could be a downside. New physical activities bring new stresses to bones, muscles, and joints. A good reason to take new sports one step at a time, with plenty of stretching and warming up. Fitness is good, but exercise common sense. A public service message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
This edition of LATV3's Game of the Week is sponsored by family and friends of the Los Alamitos Football Booster Club. LATV3 thanks all of our sponsors for bringing you the Game of the Week. Now, back to the stadium for the kickoff.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kiefer Stadium. Let's go down to the field for the coin toss. Okay, as you can see, Los Al won the coin toss, elected to receive. I'm Ron Cluey on play-by-play, Steve Leitner on the color commentary, and Paul Herrera doing these stats for us. Also, Keith Jones down on the field tonight. Fritz is at a wedding and wondering why his brother-in-law chose today to go to to get married.
Yeah, playoffs for the season, and Fritz isn't here to see it.
Yeah. So, 2 years ago, extremely tough game for Los Al against Bishop Amat. In fact, they had to come from behind to win the game. Bishop Amat played extremely well. Once the rain came in, it became a very difficult situation. Let's look at what happened during the first round. Poly beating Eisenhower handily, 40-8. St. John Bosco in a squeaker over Fountain Valley on a last-minute touchdown. Esperanza in a real shocker beat Mater Dei. And then Colton with a tight game over Santa Margarita, and that went down to the last minute. And that's going to be a good game tonight with Esperanza and Colton. In the other division, Loyola beat Edison. Lakewood beat Redlands quite handily. Bishop Amat beat Redlands. It was Lakewood over Redlands East Valley, and then Bishop Amat over Redlands. And, of course, the LaSalle game that you saw last week. So you have two very good teams tonight. You also have Loyola Lakewood, which is another great game. Folks, this is a time right now where all the teams that are left are extremely good. Anyone can win. So here we are, getting ready for the kickoff.
Here goes the kick. It's going to be fielded about the end of the goal line, and they whistle it dead.
Yeah, they call that one dead. Jeremy Genner kicking off. Okay, for the offense for Los Alamitos at QB, Jimmy Barnes. Running back, Cortez Rice. Fullback, Conan Amatuanai. Wide receivers, Orlando Skandrick, Lewis Reyes, and Jeremy Childs. And that fantastic offensive line, Alex Main, Max Foltz, Brett Martin, Tom Murphy, and Mike Aguayo.
It's going to be interesting to see what the LaSalle Griffins come out with here, if they're going to start with running the ball or if they're going to try to start their passing game right away.
So here you see LaSalle in the spread. It's a reverse.
A lot of open field. He's good.
Skandrick's around. He's going to go. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's been trying to cut him at the angle. He's at the 20, 10. He's going all the way. First play, Los Alamitos scores. And ladies and gentlemen, 12 seconds gone. LaSalle has the first score on the board. Wow, Steve.
Wow, they really caught Bishop Amat on their heels in that play. Skandrick came around for that inside handoff, and here's a replay for you, and we'll take a look at it.
Yeah, here you see LaSalle lined up in the shotgun spread formation. Just a nice little handoff and an end around. It wasn't a reverse, just an end around with Skandrick, and he got by everybody. Bishop Amat was stacking the box on that one, and Orlando Skandrick just used that great speed of his, got around the corner, and just took off down the field. Okay, here we have the PAT try. Dustin Abrams, who's been great all year long.
I think he's missed one extra point all season so far.
Yeah, he's been 52.
This should be a good kick here.
Yeah, 52 of 53. I mean, it's pretty much he's automatic.
There it is.
Yep.
7-0 LaSalle in the first quarter. Actually, in the first 12 minutes of play, or 12 seconds.
Yeah, first 12 seconds. So this is the kind of start LaSalle was looking for. Come out, put some points on the board. I'm sure this is not the start that Bishop Amat was looking for, and they'll have to recoup and see what comes up. Now, coming out for defense, I mean, I've got to say, LaSalle's defense, Steve, I mean, they've just pulled together fantastically. Ever since the Mission Viejo game, the coaches made some changes on the line, and they have just come together and gelled as a unit.
Yeah, they've really stepped it up towards the end of the season and really gelled well together. Look for John Hale to make some big plays tonight, along with, let's see, go on the defense. Lenahan's going to make some good plays tonight, and Nathan Quinn also. And, you know, the LaSalle's defense is solid.
Yeah, later on, folks, yesterday was the traditional Turkey Day practice for Los Alamitos. One of the traditions at that practice is also the coaches announcing who the Sunset League honors winners were, and there's quite a few of them. And when I get a fairly lengthy break, I'll go through all of them for you, but just believe me, it's just about everybody who's a starter on this team.
Right.
So here we go, Abrams with the kickoff. Big kickoff.
That'll be in the end zone.
Deep in the end zone, no run back on this one. So Dustin Abrams again showing that great leg strength, putting the ball in the end zone and forcing Bishop Amat to start on the 20-yard line. Okay, on the offense for Bishop Amat, we have QB Danny Robles, running back Willie Wagner, fullback Tony Valenzuela, wide receivers Greg Zapanta, Michael Lugo, tight end David Ramos, and on their line, Jonathan Soto, Matthew Romine, Matthew Ramirez, Michael Combs, and Jose Rodriguez. And Soto and Rodriguez have been getting looks and actually have offers from Kansas right now. So they've got some good-sized guys on that low line of theirs. Here we go, single back formation. And the handoff to Wagner, and immediately tackled by Mike Aguayo.
Yeah, it was a really great play by Mike Aguayo, just standing up his lineman and looking for the play to come to him. Released from his blocker and made a nice tackle.
Let's look at the defense for LaSalle. It's the usual guys. On the D-line, Aguayo, Kevin Linehan, Alex Main, and Toby Turpin. At linebackers, Steve Clark, John Hale, Anthony Jambona. And then in the cornerbacks, Orlando Skandrick and Brian Felling. And safeties, Jeremy Childs and Cortez Rice. Although it's not Childs to start, it's Nathan Quinn. LaSalle doing a little bit switching around. Again,
Going
Robles
deep,
back
wide
to pass.
open.
He's deep, got a man wide open, but Cortez Rice back there for the interception. He's at the 50, running back. He's got a line of blockers in front of him, down to the 30, and out at the 25-yard line. Wow, this couldn't go any better for LaSalle, but what a terrible start for Bishop Amat.
Yeah, Cortez kind of sat back and waited for that pass. Here's a replay for you. You can see this this pass.
There we go. Robles drops back. Good pressure from LaSalle. Throws the ball up, and the receiver just wasn't there on the route. Cortez Rice spied the ball perfectly, made the interception with a nice 30-yard run back. And LaSalle, again, in incredible field position on the 27-yard line. And it's only 2 minutes left, gone from the game so far. So,
yeah, Bishop Amat's really going to need to play a much cleaner game than this if they want to match up with LaSalle tonight. LaSalle's got too many weapons for them to give them this many breaks.
Oh, yeah, you look at the LaSalle offense. I mean, you talk about balanced. This is a dream. I mean, LaSalle runs a spread offense, not a West Coast, but it is about as balanced a West Coast as you'll ever see. Barnes drops back, looks for a receiver. Oh, fantastic catch. And it's Jeremy Childs climbing up, making the catch. Incredible catch on that play.
Yeah, I actually thought that pass was going to go out and go over his head, but he really got up off the ground there. And check out the defense.
Okay, defense for Bishop Amat. On the line, we have Chavez, Soto, Federico, Zuniga, and Gonzalez. They run a 52 stack. For the linebackers, it's Gamez and Calderon. Then in their defensive backfield, McNeil, Robinson, Avellaneda, and Moreno. So LaSalle with that big stacked backfield, handing off. Barnes fakes. Oh,
Cortez.
Great play. Cortez Rice comes out of the backfield. Easy touchdown for LaSalle once again. Well, folks, wow.
Beginning of the season and throughout the season, LaSalle, we're starting the games off pretty slow in the first quarter, and it's pretty impressive to see them come out, put 14 points on the board here in the first couple minutes here.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, it's a minute and a half gone in the game. LaSalle's done 3 offensive plays and has 2 touchdowns. If this is the slow start, what's going to happen next?
Yeah.
Bishop Amat obviously is going to need to take a little bit of time here, catch their breath, figure out what's going on, and get themselves in the game. By no means count them out.
They'll come back and pull it together. They're too good of a team to have a walkover on there. They'll really suck it up and play some good football here.
Yeah, and again, Abrams in fact, 2 years ago, LaSalle jumped out to a 14-0 lead and had to come from behind late in the game to beat Amat 23-20.
Automatic.
Yep, Abrams again, so it's now 14-0 for LaSalle. 10:35 left in the first quarter. Let's go down to the sidelines to Keith Jones for a sideline report.
Wow, I don't think anybody expected this much scoring this quickly. However, the Lancers are without their leading tackler, Cornell. He is a key piece of this defense, and it looks like they really need him now. Back to you.
Yeah, and that's a great point by Keith there. One of the things is that Jonathan Cornell, fantastic player for Bishop Amat, broken ankle, has been out for the playoffs, and that has a big impact on them. So, again, LaSalle comes out to do the kickoff. Abrams setting up at the 40-yard line. Amat on the field.
There's a picture of the coaches up there in the sky, up on the scissor lift.
Yeah, it's one of those fields that doesn't have quite the full facilities like a Vets does, but it does have a very nice field. Cameron McNeil, Wooly Wagner back to receive for Bishop Amat. So let's see if once again, if Abrams can put it deep in the end zone. And again, another great kick. This is going to be back there, and the referees whistle the play dead again. So
yeah, his legs really come alive here at the end of the season. You know, the beginning first games of the league, he was kicking at about the 10, 5-yard line. He's putting every kick into the end zone now.
Well, and it's great to see. I mean, Dustin's just a junior. He'll get stronger next year. I mean, I would expect that just about every kick to be in the end zone. He should be one of the leading kickers in the Southland next year.
Yeah.
All right, LaSalle again comes out in the defense, running basically 4 men down, 3 backers.
Showing some stunts. Some blitzes.
Robles motions to his players, calls a little bit of an audible, hands off to Wagner, and does a little bit to try and get to outside, but Toby Turpin does a great job of sliding off his blocker and wrapping up Wagner on that play.
Nice upfield tackle there. Outside containment on that play, and really fed off his blocker there and made a nice tackle.
Yeah, I mean, shedding off a blocker is a key, skill that defensive linemen need, because the problem is if they try to get into a personal combat situation with that old lineman, it defeats the purpose of why you're out there. So Toby Turpin showing that great speed, great hand skills. So Robles again, single back set, man in motion.
Some blitz coming here.
Again, a pitch toss outside to Wagner. Wagner finds a lane. He's upfield. He's got to run. Wagner's off to the races. He's at the 40, the 30, at the 25, 20. Cortez Rice chasing him, dives for him, does not get him. Wagner scores. The Bishop Amat coaches are going crazy up here. Great play by Bishop Amat there. Willie Wagner found the lane, took up. Folks, this is going to be a ball game. We got two great teams out here.
Yeah, they picked up the blitz from the, here's a linebacker blitz replay.
Let's watch the replay right here. There you see Wagner just got to the outside with a quick pitch toss, and once he gets around the safeties, he's gone to the races. And Steve, that's one of the dangers of a blitz.
That's what I was talking about. The outside containment is so important. Once that fullback can pull around and make that block for his running back, you know, he's got open field, and all he's got to beat is the cornerback and the safety.
And Ginner up with the kick. He's also been pretty automatic, 29 of 31, and 5 of 8 field goals. So we are at 14-7 with 9:42 left. This could be a scoring fest here tonight.
Wagner could sure move, couldn't he?
Oh, he could book. Cortez did a great job of almost catching up to him, but would have needed about 150-yard field to make that happen. So Wagner gets a great set of blocks on the outside to seal. Losal with the blitz commits on the play, and Bishop Amat makes him pay for it. So neither team has run more than 3 offensive plays, and we already have 3 scores on the board.
Yeah, very interesting game so far.
Oh, yep. So wait a moment. Hey, the refs may have waved that one off and said no good because I don't see a scoreboard change. So it's 14-6.
Could just be an error on the score.
Well,
no good.
Yeah, our producer confirmed no good. So.
Right. Well, that might play a factor later on in the game. If
yeah,
it comes
Genner,
out
who's usually very good, almost as automatic as Dustin Abrams did. Very surprising that he missed that one. Kick certainly had plenty of distance. I was watching him warm up and during the pregame, and he definitely looks like he's got about 55-yard range on that leg. So Losal does not want this one to be close. Okay, back for Losal on the kick return. Looks like Nathan Quinn and Orlando Skandrick.
Let's see if they get a return this kick here. Last one went into the end zone.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Kick.
It's a little bit shorter. Should be going to Nathan Quinn. He has the ball. Quinn's trying to get to the side. No, he's trapped. He's going to be down at the 15-yard line. Great job by Bishop Amat on the coverage on that kickoff. Got 5 guys, stayed in their lanes. Nathan Quinn had nowhere to go. Give a lot of credit to Genner on that also. He put it where Losal could not set the play up. They were set up to go right on that play with the return, and he put it off to the left-hand side. So nice job by Amat on the special teams.
Yeah, it was. Quinn had really nowhere to go there. He just saw a bunch of blue jerseys looking at him and tried to make a run, but had to come back and just pick up as many yards as he could.
Yeah, made the smart decision. Just get the ball out to the 16-yard line. Let his offense take over.
Let Jimmy and the offense come out and take care of business.
Okay, Losal in the offset eye. 2 spread right. Rice has the ball, breaking upfield, just still moving. Picks up close to a first down. He's at about the 26. This could be close enough to be measured.
Yeah, it's a tackle there by number 50.
Yeah. So Isaac Chavez on the tackle there. So, folks, defensive end for Bishop Amat.
Yeah, let's see if Losal is going to be able to run the ball up the middle. Bishop Amat's going to have some trouble tonight.
Yeah, and the thing is if they can, I mean, Bishop Amat has a 275 and a 270-pound guy in the middle, so some big guys there. And this will be part of Losal's job tonight is to negate their ability. Quick out to Childs on the sideline.
Oh,
he
nice
goes up.
on.
Oh, they're very close to a first down. They're going to mark it just short. Number 20 there for Bishop Amat made the tackle.
That'll be Douglas Higgins.
Okay. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we expect there'll probably be some shuffling in and out of players tonight on both sides. We'll try to keep up with it as best as possible.
Yeah, a lot of the players for Losal play both ways, and getting as many fresh legs in there as possible is going to be key for tonight.
Yeah, and I imagine also Amat's going to try and bring in and shuffle some guys around, mix some things up.
Yeah.
So Losal again comes out in the offset eye. 2 right, 1 left, standard formation. Barnes fakes, looks deep. Childs is way downfield, makes the catch, but is he inbounds? And the refs are saying no, he's out of bounds. So just out of bounds on the sideline. Not a bad play for a second and just barely a foot to go.
Yeah, I look for him to run it up the middle here with Rice, or even maybe give it to the fullback to go right up the middle here off guard.
Yeah, I mean, right now at this situation when you say, hey, you have a 250-pound fullback in Conan Amatuanai, you got a great offensive line. just give it to Cortez and
Yeah.
blast.
Well, it was a great
You know.
passing down, though, for LaSalle.
Yeah.
You know, they had it. The ball's just a little bit more in play. Childs makes that catch, and it's a great pickup.
Yeah, I think right now, you know, Los Al, as we've said before, they script their first 15 plays or so because they want to test the defense. Right now, they're checking things out. Okay, handoff to Rice, and he has the first down, running behind that big line there. Looks like number 62, Vincent Federico, the nose guard.
And we got a first down for LaSalle. So we can move the chains.
Yep, Federico listed at 6'3", 270.
You know, I'd like to see LaSalle run the ball a little bit more here and run down this defense a little bit. You know, they're picking up a good 3 to 5 yards every run. And, you know, you run it all first quarter and maybe a couple pass plays and wear down this big defensive line.
Yeah, because a couple of the players, key players for Bishop Mott, do go both ways. You do want to wear them out. There we have a reverse. Cuts back inside. Oh, we're going to have a holding on the play, too. Great play there by number 26, Arsenic Avenida. And we're not making that name up.
Brett Martin might have had a block in the back there.
Yeah, Los Al's going to get flagged on this play, so. Okay, they're saying now it's Arsenio. Yeah, folks, all we can do is go off of what they print in the official rosters. We kind of thought Arsenic was an interesting name. So, Avenida with a nice tackle there. This is going to push Los Al back. This is one of the things, though, in a game like this, you can't make mistakes.
No. 14-7, Bishop Amat, or 14-6, excuse me. Bishop Amat's in this game. It's first quarter, a lot of game to play. Los Al's got to play clean football, and, you know, they don't want to give this one away.
Yeah, one of the things the coaches said at the end of practice yesterday was, guys, no turnovers, no mistakes. You have to play a clean game the entire game.
Second round of playoffs, you're facing some really good teams, and, you know, any little mistake can hurt you.
Yeah, offset eye again. This time we have doubles to the left, single on top. Handoff to Rice. Bangs around, still on his feet, breaks free, still going, picks up about 8 yards on the play. Nice game by Cortez Rice.
Yeah, tackled by Andrew Gomez there.
Yep. Gomez, linebacker, the leading tackler on the field with 85 tackles for Bishop Amat. So Los Al now has about 2nd and 18 on this. So the penalty definitely hurt them.
Got the I formation here.
Bishop Amat definitely stacked up tight, single safety back. Barnes fakes the handoff. Plenty of time. Oh, almost picked off by number 40. Number 40, Julian Robinson, did a great job of reading that pattern. I mean, Jimmy threw a laser bullet for Jeremy Childs, a pass that's usually successful.
Barnes is looking at Childs way too much. He needs to look him off and look at Reyes. Reyes is wide open along the sideline.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's one of the things that the coaches will talk to him about, you know, and it happens to be something that you always have to talk to a quarterback about, especially when you have receivers as good as Skandrick and Childs.
He's got to get out of his comfort zone.
Right, exactly. I mean, the first option is always going to be you want to look for that guy you know makes the big play, makes the big catch.
But Reyes has got great hands.
Yeah, I mean, you got to use them all. So, all right, we have a single back, full spread offense here. So it's 3rd and 18. Pretty much no secret as to what's coming here. We have a screen play nicely set up by Los Al. Cortez Rice has a lane, gets up, and it looks like it's a first down by about a half a yard to a yard. So Andrew Gomez running him out of bounds there, coming over from his linebacker position. So Los Al does a great job of letting the Bishop Amat defenders rush in, using those receivers to pull the corners and safeties way downfield, and forcing that linebacker to come all the way across field to make the play.
Feeling that play was coming.
Yeah.
They love to run that play.
Yeah, very nicely set up. Well, when you got the guys there in front of them, I mean, you know, one of the things, too, is people don't recognize is how fast both of Los Al's lines are.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are good, decent size. They average about 250 pounds across the offensive line, and they run fast for an offensive line. So, again, Barnes under center, hands off to Rice. Rice gets tripped up a little bit, keeps driving. Tackled again, looks like by Robinson.
Like I said, every play they're running up the middle, they pick up a good 2 to 3 yards, and you know, with this big offensive line, they're going to wear down this defensive line with Bishop. Yeah,
Chavez also in on tackle there, and that's got to be part of the key here, Steve. You got it. You know, I mean, they've got to just put strength on strength and say, okay, who put more work into the into the weight room? And I tell you what, I have no doubt these Amat guys put a lot of time in the weight room.
Yeah,
I mean,
this
is a very disciplined program.
It's a great team, yeah.
Yep. So again, all right, we have receivers in motion, switching sides, offset eye. Barnes waits till everyone's set, drops back, fakes the handoff, play action, wide open Orlando Skandrick. gets upfield for about a 15-yard gain on that play.
Julian Robinson driving him out of bounds. Yeah, Jimmy did a really good fake there. Bishop bit a little bit, and Orlando Skandrick made a great play there with his hands, catching the ball out in front of him, bringing it to his body and getting out of bounds.
Yeah, Orlando did a nice job of basically looking like he was running a skinny post route, cut in a little bit, and then immediately stepped out to the outside and opened up plenty of space. I mean, one of the things you've got to figure tonight is that Amat has to respect the speed of Los Al's receivers. Okay, single back, double spread. Jimmy calls out the snap. Hands off to Rice. It's a draw play. Cortez just bulls over bodies.
Yeah, Vincent Federico, excuse me.
Okay.
Nice tackle there on that play. But
Nice
after Rice picks up a good 6 yards.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Cortez just using that great strength he's been displaying all year long. And, it was interesting. I was talking to Coach Schur during the practice yesterday, and I was asking him, hey, what was with Cortez? How did he improve so much? And he said, you know what? It wasn't us. Cortez did it on his own.
Yes, he did.
I mean, boy, you talk about character of a young man. I mean, to go out there, do that kind of work, pick up the speed, pick up the strength, and also change the whole attitude about, running over people instead of dancing around them. I mean,
well, he knows how good he is. And last season, it hurt his pride when he got pulled. And he said, off season, I'm really going to put some effort into
pitch toss for Los Al. Cortez Rice again around the outside, just booming upfield, still on his feet, still moving, down inside the 10-yard line.
That's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about, folks, right there. I mean, he just turned it upfield, and, when they talk about running north and south or running downhill, that's exactly what you saw right there.
Well, he, last season he danced around a little bit, and the coaches weren't too happy with that. And on the offseason, he did a lot of work with his speed and his technique, and also put a couple pounds on his body, on his frame there, and showed this season with how much power he runs with. You got the linebackers, cornerbacks, and safeties all bouncing off of him.
Yeah, Cortez listed at 6'3", 202. And I think the 202 may be a little bit light. There we have a quick handoff again to the outside. Again, Skandrick using that speed. Gets down to the goal line.
Tackle there at number 40.
Again, Julian Robinson
there, senior, 5'8",
I mean, that's just a case of flat-out speed by Skandrick there. I mean, he just outran the guys to get to the corner. So Los Al moving the ball at will. It's now 2nd and goal from about the 1-yard line. Conan Amatuana in. I mean, this is going to be the full house package.
Jumbo package?
Yeah. I mean, call it jumbo package, power package, full house, all beef franks. I mean, I don't know what. This is a bunch of big bodies
the good
coming
old fridge
at you.
days, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you look at this. You got 250, 202, and then Skandrick at 185 is the lightweight. And then there's Rice bouncing through,
touchdown.
And he goes in off tackle there.
Made
so
it look easy.
Yep, nice job there by Los Al's O-line. Alex Main. Max Foltz opening up that left side. Let's watch a replay here. This is pretty basic football, folks. My guys hit your guys, and then we see who goes further. Right there you see Amatuana just does a great job there opening up that one hole, and Cortez dives through. Just pounds on the player for Bishop Amat.
Yeah, you know what also makes Cortez Rice look so good is his fullback. His fullback does a great job with his blocks. He stays on his blocks and really opens some holes for Cortez to run through.
Yeah, and you know what, Steve? You hit a real key point there as Abram steps up for the PAT here. It's not just making the initial block, it's holding that block so that, that's where the play breaks from. I mean, initially just hitting a guy, if you let him slide off you right away, he can make the play still.
You can hit like a ton of bricks, but it comes down to technique.
Yeah.
And if you don't have technique, these teams are too good. They'll just blow right past you and make the tackle.
Yeah, okay. So with 4:34 left in the first quarter, it's 21-6 Los Alamitos. And right now, I mean, everything going the Griffins' way, but no way can they afford to get complacent. They have to keep pushing. I mean, these guys on the Bishop Amat side, they've come through what are often referred to as the Holy Wars in the Sarah League. Right. I mean, it's every week, for 5 weeks straight, teams going hard at each other. It's evidenced by the fact that the Sarah League typically gets 5 teams into the playoffs every year. So, the CIF recognizes it is the toughest league. In fact, it's recognized as one of the 5 toughest leagues in the United States as far as
impressive.
Just interleague play. I mean, not necessarily the best teams in the U.S., but just as far as level of competition within the league year in and year out, it's recognized as definitely a very, very tough league.
And Sunset League's not too easy.
No, it's no mashed potatoes either. So, all right, Abrams again up for the kick. Again, Wagner back for the return. This one's deep, and it's, again, 4 yards deep in the end zone. Boy, Dustin Abrams is just becoming fantastic with that deep kick.
Yeah, and he's so important to this team to have a good kicker. We've seen so many games this season with the high school kickers that can't even make an extra point.
Yeah.
And to have a kicker like Dustin on your team, it's a bonus.
High school teams. How about OSU playing LSU at the beginning of the season? I mean, 3 PATs missed, and guess what the score differential was? 1 point. So, you know, you got to say, hey, it goes to all levels. Okay, Robles back. Williams back there with him. Los Al looking like they're getting ready to stunt. Now they're dropping back. Hand off to Wagner again. Breaks through, picks up a couple yards, maybe 3 on the play.
Yeah, Los Al's going to need to watch for Bishop to come off tackle here, maybe some pitch plays to the outside. They ran a few up the middle early in the game, and it didn't quite work well for them.
Right.
So we'll be watching them to come off tackle or outside pitches.
Yep. Mahalik in there, and then also looked like Aguayo and possibly Linehan on the tackle there. So
we got 2nd and 6 here.
Yep. So Los Al throwing the big bodies in on the front line there. Again, single setback. Looks very much like a Los Al offense right here. In fact, that's one thing Amat has changed this year. He's looking for his receiver. Was wide open. Number 7 for Greg Zapanta, who's had 38 catches for 630 yards this year, but just couldn't hold on to that one. So let's watch the replay here. Nice little play. Here you see Robles receives the snap, looks across the middle, and Zapanta running a very nice little route and just bounces off the hands.
I think he might have felt Fred Ramirez coming across field there.
Yeah, Fred doing a good job. So yeah, Fred also in the game. So as we say, both coaches on either side of the field switching players around right now, trying to
big third down here.
Get guys in. Okay, nobody back. This is full up, 5 receivers. Somebody in motion right now. There's a handoff, and there we see.
The outside play.
Yep. And Zapata on a very nice end around, but we have a flag, and I'm going to imagine it's probably going to be illegal procedure.
That flag's all the way on the other side of the field.
Yeah, and that's from the side judge, and usually that's the guy who calls illegal procedure against the offensive team.
And like I said, off tackle pitch plays, bringing it around the corners, that's where they're going to pick up a lot more yardage.
Well, I think one of the things too, Steve, that's going to be recognized tonight by Bishop Amat is that you're not going to run up the middle against John Hale and Kevin Linehan and Turpin and Aguayo.
And you'll see at halftime, Barnes will make some adjustments here and try to shut that run
No,
down.
they're waving it off. They're saying no flag. Okay.
Oh, Barnes not going to be happy about that.
Well, they'll have to explain that to both Coach Barnes and Coach Schur because they're both stalking down there right now trying to figure out if you threw it.
Headsets off.
Didn't you think there was something that was going on out there?
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they think that they have a case there. The referee's explaining, no, Coach. Coach Barnes still discussing it with the side judge there. So obviously he feels that there was a legal call. Coach Barnes needs to ease up right now. They're holding up the play. So here we have single setback for Bishop Amat. Robles under center. 6 across on the line. Robles looking for the quick throw.
Oh, nice catch.
Oh, nice catch. Nice throw there to Lugo.
Nice inside slant there by Lugo.
Yeah, no way to cover that one, Steve.
Yeah, it was a nice pass by Robles. Put it only where he could catch it.
Yep.
And pick up about 9 yards on that play.
Yeah, Danny Robles, 112 112 completions for 196 attempts with the 11 TDs, 4 interceptions coming into this game. He has a 57% completion rate, over 1,600 yards, so a very accomplished quarterback.
Let's see if they try to run it up the middle on this play here. Yeah, they got the first down, it looks like.
Yep, Wagner just right up the middle, picks up the yard or 2. So again, very basic. It's just our big guys push your big guys. Let's see who wins.
Yep.
So Bishop Amat now marching the ball a little bit at the 45-yard line.
Nice fresh set of downs here for Bishop Amat.
Yeah.
With 3:06 left here in the first quarter.
Well, and part of the thing too is that it's giving their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. Although with as fast as Los Al's offense has been moving on the field, it's not like Amat's defense has been worn out at all.
All right.
Yep. So let's see what happens here. Again, single setback with Wagner back. Los Al drops back, basically with 3 backers. Quick pitch toss again. Oh, Wagner again breaks through that hole just outside the tight end and between the receiver. And Bishop Amat's receiver is doing a great job blocking on the corner on that side. So Nathan Quinn on the tackle there. But Wagner doing a nice job of just cutting inside, making that move upfield.
Yeah, once again, end around, broke it around the outside there and had some open field. The outside containment wasn't there.
Yeah, so Bishop Amat now at the 45-yard line of Los Alamitos.
I formation.
Wagner there. Oh, just has a Los Al player shoot by him. Ramirez just missed him shooting through the gap there, but Wagner manages to evade him.
Tackle by Quinn.
Quinn, and looks like also John Hale getting up off of him. So Wagner picks up about 6-7 yards. Bishop Amat starting to move very nicely right now, very consistent.
Got to stick it up here. They, you know, LaSalle's got to step it up. Bishop Amat starting to run it up the middle, and LaSalle doesn't want to see that because it opens up too many plays for Bishop Amat.
Yeah, Willie Wagner already has 105 yards rushing. Of course, that comes off of that fantastic run early on in the game.
Outside pitch.
Another quick pitch toss for Wagner, and again, he's breaking through.
Tackle by number 26 there, Cortez Rice for Los Alamitos.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, right now, Bishop Amat has definitely found something in that LaSalle defensive scheme that they like. They are attacking that side. And kind of takes us back to the old days of Coach Volnagel, you know, keep doing it until they stop it.
Right. And, you know, I don't see Bishop Amat airing it out anytime here soon.
No,
I could be wrong, but, you know, their running game's working great for them.
Yeah, they are. I think if they're going to do anything, it's going to be short passes. They're not going to go the deep route. So, again, we have a single back, shotgun formation.
Here comes some blitzes.
Oh, and we have a bad snap. This is going to be bad for Bishop.
Oh, no.
And they lose the ball. LaSalle jumps
recovered.
on it, and it's a LaSalle recovery. And, oh, my gosh, you talk about being snake bit. Mike Aguayo, big number 71, jumps on that ball. And I tell you, just when Bishop Amat's driving downfield,
momentum stopper,
handling LaSalle's defense, the center just absolutely clears the quarterback. Let's watch the replay here. I mean, I'll be honest about this. This is inexcusable. I mean, look at this. This is only a 7-yard snap. I mean, that cleared by a good 8 feet. No way did Robles have a chance at that, and the LaSalle guys just coming hard after him.
Yeah, you know, the quarterback's really got to make that play. You know, he's just got to jump on it. Don't try to do anything fancy with it. Just pounce on the ball and make sure you trap it well, because they had 5 LaSalle Griffins coming after that ball.
Yeah, and I'm sure that was going through Robles' mind also. Cortez Rice handoff. He's outside, got around the corner there, still going upfield, still moving, finally brought down. Looks like possibly it was number 51 who isn't on here. We'll look it up for you. So
Cornell.
Yeah, Jonathan Cornell. Okay, Cornell, their leading tackler.
Yeah, he had on that bad snap, he turned around and saw 5 guys coming that were probably double his weight.
Okay. Well, folks, maybe I told you something wrong early on. We thought Cornell had not been playing in the previous games. That he'd had a possible badly sprained or broken ankle, but obviously since he's running around on the field, that's not the case. So
no, he was moving fine on that.
Yeah, we had a little bit of misinformation, but Cornell is the leading tackler for Bishop Amat.
Oh, blitz coming.
Oh, big blitz coming here. 3 guys broke through, Cortez Rice, and we have a flag on the play, so we're going to see what's going to happen here. Galmez on the tackle, but call a whole slew of Bishop Amat Lancers on that one.
Might have been some holding there by LaSalle on that play.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Side judge threw it, but when he threw it,
holding
LaSalle.
LaSalle.
We've got holding LaSalle now. If Amat has a tough decision to make here because they've tackled LaSalle for a slight loss, but do you move him further away and give him another opportunity to throw the ball, Steve?
That's a good call, Ron. Let's see what their coaches decide to do here.
I mean, this is one of those ones where everyone thinks it's just a straight-up easy decision. It's not, because giving a team
loss
with
of
a
2 yards and loss of down here
versus putting another 10 yards back and giving them a down over.
And
they do elect to bring the ball back. So
yeah, 10 yards. You know, you got 1st and 20 opposed to 2nd and 12.
Yeah, but against an offense that can move the ball, 20, 30, 40 yards at you.
I think it's a coin flip.
Yeah. I think the coach is just saying, hey, you know what? Either way, they're going to move the ball. Let's just get them as far away as possible.
And plus, it puts them a little bit further from field goal range, too.
Yes, it does. That's a good point, Steve. So, ball on the 43-yard line. 1st and about 23 for Los Alamitos.
No coverage on the outside here, number 32.
Oh, we have a wide open man.
Coverage.
Quick snap right there. Barnes looks, sees, doesn't get it away in time. Just
no flag.
Misses Orlando Skandrick. Skandrick's waving his arms.
He had him. Just overthrew him.
Just slightly overthrew him on that play. Wow.
Blown coverage on the play.
I mean, let's watch the replay on this.
Watch Reyes on this play if we can see him, too, how open he was.
All right. You can't see it from here. We don't have the wide angle, but Jimmy steps, looks back, looks over quick. By that time, Bishop Amat came over, so he goes downfield. Skandrick is trying to get open on his man. That's incidental contact there. I mean, Orlando's trying to ask for the interference, but he's not going to get on that one. But, wow. I mean, the Amat coaches that are to the right of us here, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, they were going berserk when they saw that there was no coverage on that side.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
I think they heard him down on the field.
I believe they did, Steve. I know it caught our attention.
Yes, it did. Second and
All
about
right.
20 here.
So
23.
single setback, double spread for LaSalle again. Again,
Blown
we have
coverage again.
Oh,
bad snap.
Barnes. Oh boy. And that's a lateral, ladies and gentlemen. That's a lateral. And that could possibly be considered a loss
no
of
flags.
yardage. No flags. Wow. Let's see what they do here. Okay, they're going to call this incomplete. They're going to call that it was possible forward motion on the ball. Wow.
This is some ugly football, Ron.
Yeah, I mean, Bishop Amat gives Los Al just absolutely a golden opportunity.
Yeah.
It's like Los Al saying, no, we're not going to take advantage of this. And I mean, right now, I'm sure Coach Barnes is talking to young QB Barnes and saying, hey, settle your team down. You know, don't panic. You're up 21-6. You got 30 seconds left in the quarter.
They had missed coverage on that last play also.
I know. So Los Al, with these sets coming out, definitely causing fits for the Bishop Amat players. So here we have 3rd and 23. All right.
Screen.
Again, a screen here. Jeremy Childs, and he's not going to get away this time. And we have a flag on the play late. Gamez on the tackle there.
Maybe a late hit.
Yeah, we'll have to see what's coming in on this one because this is interesting where this flag was thrown. Here we have the referee. Again, holding against Los Alamitos. Wow. Now, I do not expect that Bishop Amat's going to take this one.
No, they're going to punt the ball here.
With 4th down and 23 from the 43-yard line, you would have to expect Los Al's going to throw the punt team on the field. I mean, Amat is too dangerous a team. And, yes, they do decline it, so here comes Los Al's punt team. And Anthony Jambona on to punt. He's had 25 punts for 939 yards, averaging 38 yards a punt with a long of 54. Of course, punting from the 43-yard line. He does not want a 54-yard punt tonight, but Anthony has pinned teams inside the 20 several times, so let's see if he can do it again. So back for the Lancers are Willie Wagner and Andy
I think they're just going
Gomez.
to run out the clock here for the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, smart move. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the end of the first quarter. Los Al 21, Bishop Amat 6, but you know what? I don't think that score is as far apart as we think it is, Steve.
No, it's not. You know, Los Al's not playing their white lace football here. They're making a lot of mistakes. The defense really needs to tighten it up here and play some good outside containment football. You know, they're running around the ends like it's no problem, and then once they bust around the outside, they start to move out there and they run one right up the middle on them. So, you know, Los Al is really going to need to pull it together here on their defense.
Yeah, and I think one of the things Los Al definitely has recognized is that Willie Wagner is one heck of a running back. I mean, great speed, knows when to cut inside, make the play. And I agree with you. I mean, I haven't seen that many mistakes on a series since probably about the 2nd or 3rd game of the season.
Right. Well, we know Los Al's offense is going to score. It's just a matter of how many points the defense is going to give up, which Los Al's defense doesn't give up that many points. So, you know, it's...
Yeah, Los Al averages less than 13 points allowed per game.
Right.
Averages close to about 40 points per game. So, but, you know, after those first 3 series where Los Al scored, you don't expect to come out and just play as sloppy as they did on this last series. So, I'm sure they'll get it turned around. So, Jambona back to kick. Okay, Lancers look like that they're going to bring the full rush. There they go. Oh, just barely, and Jambona does a beautiful kick.
Oh, get the...
And it's going to go outside. Oh, did it cross the line?
Out at the 1 yard line.
Depends what they call it. They're going to call it right at the 1 yard line.
Oh,
wow.
Great play.
Who was that down
Reyes.
there that got that? Luis Reyes.
Oh, great
give
play by
him
Reyes.
a gold star for that one, folks, because
give
he
him a
knocked
star on
that
his
ball
helmet for
out.
that one, Coach.
Yeah, he definitely gets a play of the, you know, one of the things that the Griffin coaches do is they give out stars for exceptional plays. And I'll tell you what, pinning him on the 2 yard line there is definitely deserving of that. So Jambona with a great punt, and Reyes with great coverage, hustling downfield, knocking that ball down at the 2 yard line.
That's what I was talking about earlier, kicker, how important they are. You know, to put Bishop Amat here on the 1 yard line starting the second quarter here. If Los Al can get him stopped and with some decent field position for their next set of downs is very.
Oh, we have a fumble there. Okay, let's see. There wasn't a good handoff between the center and the quarterback. In fact, when Robles turned to go and hand the ball off, all of a sudden he realized he didn't have it. So Lancers got lucky, came up with the ball. My gosh, that would have been disastrous for them.
Is this week 1 of football, or is this the playoffs?
I'll tell you what, I think it's a little bit of jitters on both sides.
Yeah.
They both know the opposing team they're playing is a very strong, very good team.
Right.
You know, I think they're both going to play through a little bit of nerves here. I expect they'll settle down for the second half.
I think second half will be a whole different ballgame.
But for Bishop Amat, if you're down by, you know, right now 15 points, possibly could be down by maybe even, you know, 20, 25 points. It doesn't matter if you settle down in the second half. That's tough to overcome. Again, handoff to
around the
Gomez.
outside.
He's on the outside. Again on his feet. breaks one tackle, and then finally John Hale brings him down. But my gosh, talk about getting out of a tight situation. Great play by Gomez there, breaking to the outside. So Bishop Amat digs out of a hole, and let's go to Keith Jones on the sideline.
The Lancers coaches have a lot of confidence in their quarterback, Danny Robles, actually allowing Robles to call plays from the line of scrimmage. Now, why that's important is because you're not making chalkboard adjustments. If he sees a weakness, he can call it right there at the line and get right into the Griffin secondary. So they got to be careful here. Back to you.
Good point, Keith. And so we have a timeout on the field. And I'm sure it's the Los Al coaches that telling their players, all right, guys, we've got to adjust to this. We cannot continually allow Bishop Amat to get to the outside. I mean, Steve, every time Amat's gone to the outside, they've made nice gains.
Yeah, I think Los Al's surprised with the speed of Reyes. They haven't faced a running back with this much speed, or actually Wagner, excuse me. You know, Wagner's got so much speed around the corners that Los Al isn't used to this type of containment.
Yeah, Gomez is also another running back for Bishop Amat. Basically, Valenzuela is a fullback for him, but Gomez is the other running back that has significant yardage. So, in fact, he's back in there again, giving Wagner a little bit of a break. He's already had over 120 yards in the game. So, Bishop Amat continuing with that attack. Los Al has to make adjustments if they want to hang on to this lead.
Yeah, Toby Turpin and Aguayo really need to step it up here and start playing some outside containment for Los Al.
So we have a single back, under quarter. Again, pitch outside
there
this time. Oh, breaks tackle from John Hale, but three other Los Al players, and it looked like there may have been a loose ball there possibly. So I'm going to just say
actually, that was Linehan that
Linehan on there,
tackle.
Also Quinn, a whole bunch of guys came up on that one. So
Linehan put that first hit on him and actually didn't wrap him up like he's supposed to. And you see what happens when you don't wrap up with a running back like Wagner is, you know, he's really hard to bring down.
Well, it was Gomez on that play. So, but yeah,
Gomez.
So John Hale came in from an outside backer position. Steve Clark in now at linebacker. Yeah, Los Al switching these backers in and out, trying to keep things confusing.
Keep me on my toes too.
The Lancers. Yeah, it's tough. We don't have a spotter tonight, folks, so we're trying to keep up with as good as we can. Again, shotgun snap. Oh, wide open across the middle. And I tell you what, Los Al is just getting picked apart. Greg Zapata again running that route.
Nathan Quinn there on the tackle.
And I mean, a nice, quick 10 yards crossing route up there. And I mean, Zapata picks up about another 8 or 9 yards. So Bishop Amat now has 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line and moving the ball again. So with under 10 minutes left in the half, Bishop Amat on the roll. Handoff. Valenzuela gets one of the few carries he'll get during the game.
I think he was tripped up there by number 42, Linehan, on that play. And there they go trying to drive it up the middle there with their fullback and pick up about 4 yards there on that play.
Yeah, in fact, that's a good setup play because the thing is by using Valenzuela, I mean, what they force the linebackers to do is that they have to pay attention to Valenzuela when he's coming up to the line, and it allows either Gomez or Wagner to possibly get a quick pitch and get to the outside again. All right, now we have a double shift. Here's that quick pitch toss again, and once again, Bishop Amat, boy, I tell you what, tackled by Gomez again with the carry, Skandrick, Quinn, and a couple others on there, but
what they're doing is bringing this fullback to the outside and pinching down on the end, and you know making the outside wide open for
and then the wide receiver comes down on the backer on Jambona there, and I tell you, that's a very nice play, Steve. Really locking down.
Tonight.
Yeah, what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to learn how to read that play and bring an extra body in that area. So again, single setback, spread formation for Bishop Amat. 1st and 10 from Los Al's 45. Robles drops back, and the ball's knocked down by Kevin Linehan. Great job by Kevin.
That's great play there by Kevin. You know, you've got his hand up there and made a nice play there and knocked the ball down. That was a momentum stopper. Actually, that was Mike Aguayo. Excuse me.
Linehan was down. Yeah, it looked like
it was Aguayo.
Either one. It was Aguayo. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Now, one of the things, folks, for Los Al, what you may not realize is a name from the past, Bernard Riley, has been helping coach the defensive line this year. And it kind of shows. There's a lot of hand technique and everything else he's been teaching these guys.
Corner blitz coming in, double corner
blitz.
blitz.
There we go, right there. Does a great job. Draw play.
Cortez Rice there on the corner blitz.
Yeah. Los Al does a great job of reading that play, bringing in the corner blitz from both sides and making a quick stop right there. So it's going to be 3rd and long for Bishop Amat. But Bernard's been helping out, looking to play. He got signed by the Los Angeles Avengers for indoor football. Trying to come back from that knee injury he suffered in his junior year at USC.
Yeah.
So he's looking good. But boy, I tell you, what a guy to learn from. I mean, if you're a Los Al, defensive lineman. I mean, Bernard had a fantastic career at USC, and an incredible career at Los Al. I mean, an All-American coming out of high school. So great to see the guys come back and help the team out.
Empty backfield.
Man in motion, quick handoff here. Lugo's got it, and wow, nice play there. Fred Ramirez comes in, makes a quick tackle on that play, and Los Al does a nice job of adjusting to that offense of Bishop Vermont and stopping
I think
him.
Los Al's starting to pick up on some of these plays. Some of the formations is kind of giving it away. Los Al is going to, especially at halftime, you're going to see Los Al come out, make some adjustments, and stop that outside run.
Yeah, Jamal Mitawasi in for the punting for Bishop Vermont, and you're right, Steve. One of the key things for the Los Al linebackers is to read what those plays are coming at them. Okay.
Jeremy Childs back to receive. It's a short kick.
And Quinn makes a fair catch. And falling down makes the catch at about the 18-yard line. So it's a nice punt there by Bishop Amat. Pins Los Al inside the 20, which is what you always want to do as a punter.
I think Quinn needs to learn when you do a fair catch that they can't hit you.
Yeah. Well, I will say, it's...
Not that they won't, but they can't. They're not supposed to.
They're not supposed to. Yeah, they were a little close, though. I mean, they were both standing, two Bishop Vermont players standing either side, but... as we've said all year long, punt receiving for Los Al has been a little bit adventurous at times.
That was a big stop by Los Al defense. Let's see what Jimmy Barnes can do here with the offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Los Al with the I formation here. Barnes calling out an audible to his receivers. Takes a snap, drops back, hands off to Rice. Oh, Rice has a huge hole.
Tripped up by his own player.
Yeah, and he's tackled by his offensive lineman.
54.
Yeah, looks like, we'll have to check and see who that is.
We got Max Fultz on that tackle for Los Al.
Okay.
No, he ran right up the back there of Max, and if he doesn't get tripped up there, he's gone for some good yardage.
Unfortunately, Max just
Max might have some Nike prints on his back after that play.
Yeah. So Los Al again comes up. Right there. Again, running with the ball, picks up about 4 or 5 yards on the play. Could be close to a first down for Los Al.
Yeah, Skandrick running the ball.
So Los Al moving the ball, picks up a first down.
Yeah, it's a nice set of plays there that Coach Barnes called into his offense. Like I said, there's about 6:40 left here in the second quarter, and look for Los Al to try to beat up on this defensive line a little bit.
Yeah, this would be key for Los Al. If they can go in at halftime up 28-6, that'd be just fantastic for them. It would be very difficult for Bishop Amat to come back from that. Okay, again, I formation. Jim Barnes drops back, looks for his receiver, nobody open. Now he finds the receiver wide open, Jeremy Childs. And we're going to have a late hit, so we're going to have another 15 yards tacked on top of this one.
Yeah, Jimmy's got so much confidence in his receiver, Jeremy Childs. He gets flustered back there, breaks it to the outside, and Jeremy knows, my guy's in trouble, my quarterback. I got to come back to him and make a good catch for him on that play.
And Steve, that's what's one of the great things about Jeremy Childs.
The chemistry there too.
Yeah, it's the chemistry, and it's the fact is the Childs recognizes it so quick and comes back right away and creates that space. So Los Al going to pick up another 15 yards. Just a little bit too much enthusiasm on the part of Bishop Amat on that play. It's tough when you're on a sideline sometimes to stop the play from continuing. It's as football players, I mean, they're taught to drive through and make the tackle.
Yeah, the adrenaline gets going, and
exactly.
It's hard to stop your momentum sometimes.
Yeah. All right, we have extra players on the field here for Bishop Amat. Boy, guys running all over the place on this one. So Barnes again calling out an audible. I formation. Los Al, 1st and 10 on the 50-yard line. Handoff to Rice, breaks through, goes upfield, still running. Gets all the way up to about the 37-yard line.
He's tripped up by Chavez there.
Yeah, Cortez almost broke through for another touchdown, so Los Al picks up another 13-yard gain.
Yeah, and you see on that play, Cortez danced a little bit, but it's more of a power dance on that play. His feet are continuing to move, short chopping steps, and, gets his power behind his legs and stays low and picks up a good, 15 yards on that play.
Yeah, what was nice on that play was he waited for the blockers to set the block up for him. But you're right, he kept those legs driving, not side to side, but that forward. So if someone tried to hit him, he could keep driving. Again, Barnes back, hands off to Rice. Boy, this is just like last week's game. Cortez left, Cortez right, Cortez up the middle. Yeah.
Tackle there by number 51.
So
Jonathan Cornell on the tackle.
So LaSalle picks up about another 4 yards. So it's 2nd and 6 from the 34, 33-yard line. And LaSalle grinding time off the clock, 5.5 minutes to go in the
You're going
half.
to see them running the ball a lot more here towards the end of the second quarter, trying to run a lot of time off this clock.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I expect. So, again, I formation for LaSalle. Again, Jim Barnes calling out audibles. Needs to be aware of that clock ticking down. Looks downfield
Looks up
quick.
in the air.
There we go.
Oh, separation.
There we have. And
no,
it's going to be
no.
offensive pass interference. It's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Well,
You
no.
can see
Now,
Jeremy.
wait a moment. It's signaled as a touchdown, so it could be defensive pass interference.
We'll have to see here.
No, because Steve. Well, I can't say because the referees this year have
Let's
been
see
so
the replay.
wild.
Let's see
Let's
the
watch
replay
the
and see what
replay.
you think, Ron.
No, I think it's offensive pass interference.
I do
I
too.
don't know if they're calling it defensive though, because they are not supposed to signal. Right.
Touchdown.
You don't signal touchdown unless if
right,
there's offensive pass interference. So let's watch here.
You'll see the little
Jeremy Childs
separation
right here. You talk about getting credit for being an all-world player. Right there. Boom! Nice push by Jeremy on the shoulder pads. Makes the separation and
Right.
scores the touchdown.
And there we are at 27-6. Here comes the extra point to make it 28.
Yep. Abrams in again for another PAT.
I think we can close our eyes and call this one, right?
No, the one time I told that to Fritz and said, no problem. That's the only time Dustin missed, so I'm not going to jinx him anymore. So, Skandrick to hold, Abrams to set up. So far right now, here we have it. Snap is back, kick is up.
And it is good.
It is good. Referee's taking their time. Okay, Cortez Rice already has over 100 yards rushing in the game. So, again, he's starting off with another great game.
Yep. Be expected.
So, LaSalle just doing what they want to do. I mean, keeping the game under control. Offense ground some minutes off. Bishop Amat now needs to regroup. And it's 28-6, 5:12 left in the half.
Yeah, the game's far from over. There's still plenty of time to play.
Oh.
And, Bishop Amat's too strong of a team to slack off here. LaSalle needs to come out and play like it's a 0-0 ball game. Or they need to come out and play like they're down 28-6.
Exactly, Steve. I mean, one of the things you can say about the Sarah League, none of these teams, the 6 teams in the Sarah League, none of them quits until that last whistle is blown.
Right.
I mean, they play every minute, and it's not, whether it's a 14-12 game or it's a 42-6 game. I mean, we saw that in the championship game 2 years ago. Mater Dei was down 44-6, still trying to figure out trick plays to score on the field, So, again, Dustin Abrams in to do the kickoff. We have Wagner and McNeil back to receive. Let's see if they get an opportunity. Big kick. Looks like they're going to get a chance this time to run it out. And it is. Wagner gets waved on. He has a lane. Runs into his own players and gets brought down by number 49 for LaSalle.
That's Sean Sweat.
Sean Sweat at the 29-yard line, but a nice return by Wagner. So, again, Bishop Amat in great field position. One of the reasons why I'm sure the coaches will pull Dustin over on the sideline and say, hey, guy, this is why we need you to put him in the end zone every time.
We need your leg all night tonight.
This young man has a lot of all-purpose yards. You've got to keep the ball away from him.
Needed about 2 more yards on that kick.
Yep. So, again, I formation for Bishop Amat. Robles under center. Takes a snap. Hands off to the running back. And Willie Wagner gets maybe about 2 yards on that play.
Tackle made by Aguayo on that play.
And now we have a flag, so we'll see what this one's about. Let's see what the call is. It's going to be personal foul on somebody.
I guess Bishop Amat.
Okay.
That's a big penalty with 4:55 left here in play in the first
Yeah, it
half.
also depends upon if this is called after the play was over. So this is going to be 15 yards, but is it first and 25, or is it going to be second and 25 is the question here. Wow. Big mistake by Bishop Amat on that play.
It's going to be second down.
And 25, so they called it after the play was over. So temper's getting a little riled out there. And the referees, especially after what happened a week ago in the professional leagues and what you saw also in the college with the South Carolina game against Clemson, I'm sure referees everywhere across the United States have been talked to and told you will keep absolute control of all your games.
Right.
So again, Robles drops back under pressure. Oh! Zapata again has a ball, hit him in the hands. I tell you, Steve.
Linehan, I think, is the one that hit him there.
Yeah, but
no, it's John Hale.
Zapata is just running that quick, 10-yard up, quick little slant across, and I mean he's running it at will. There's nobody there to pick him up.
You know what? John Hale put that hit on him, and next time he comes across the middle like that, he's going to think twice because John Hale is a great linebacker, and he does hit like a ton of bricks.
Oh, after watching the Cabrillo game last week, I still cannot believe that Cabrillo quarterback got up.
Oh man.
I think any normal person would have just sat there, laid on the field, and just said, carry me to the hospital. It was such a devastating hit. Okay, single setback for Bishop Amat. Again, great pressure. There's Linehan with great speed, and Robles does the only thing he can, which is throw the ball away. So, again, that great defensive line speed of Los Alamitos.
Great penetration there by Linehan. He's got a lot of speed and really put a lot of pressure on the quarterback there just to get rid of the ball. And Cortez Rice there on the coverage, and, Cortez almost came up with another interception.
So it's 4th and 22 for Bishop Amat.
I think they might want to punt this one.
I think they're definitely going to punt this one, and let's see where the ball goes on this because their first punt was fairly short.
Yeah, we got.
Even though it was a short field situation, so Los Al could have a great opportunity here with 4.5 minutes left in the
Childs
half.
and Quinn, they're deep.
Okay, the ball's up. Quinn receives it. He's going to return it. Gets a little bit of a block. Gets the outside. Picks up maybe about 4 yards on the play.
He's taken down by number 22 there, Ramos.
Okay, so Quinn doing a nice job, picking up a little bit extra yardage after receiving the punt there. And Los Al has the ball, 1st and 10 on the Bishop Amat 46-yard line.
Los Al's got some great field what's the word I'm looking for here?
Position?
Position here,
yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay.
See if they can put another 7 here on the board, make it 35-6.
For all you folks at home, we call Steve Mr. Golden Tongue.
Yeah. I just had
had a
brain
senior,
freeze.
He had a senior moment.
Senior moments.
40 years too early.
Yeah.
Okay, here we have Jim Barnes with offset eye behind him. Gives a handoff to Rice. Why not? Just follow the old state. Cortez leaping over bodies there. Oh, we have a fumble on the play. It looks like Amat may have got the ball back. They're coming up, waving hands and jumping. Oh, that's a big break for Bishop Amat.
Yes, it is.
Oh, just when it looked like Los Al was going to put the nails in the coffin and drive in for potentially another score, a costly turnover, and this is what the Los Al coaches talked to the players about yesterday. Don't make mistakes.
If Bishop could put 6 or 7 here on the board here to finish out the half, they're receiving the ball here and starting the second half, and there'll be a big momentum shift here for Bishop Amat if they could put another 7 here on the board.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Steve. So let's see what Bishop Amat does with this. Come out I formation. Willie Wagner back.
Cortez sneaking up.
There we see Wagner trying to cut inside, and boy, a whole bunch of bodies there. Looks like number 40 for Los Alamitos.
Replay on the fumble here. Let's take a look at this replay.
Anthony Jambona was the first one to greet him. Let's watch the fumble here, folks. What you see, I think what it was is Cortez just trying to stretch it a little bit more. There he comes. He's still moving, still has the ball. And there you see just somebody, number 51 for Bishop Amat.
That's Cornell.
Jonathan Cornell snuck a hand in there and knocked it away. So 2nd and 7 for Bishop Amat on the 49-yard line. And we have timeout possibly called by Bishop Amat's coaches here.
Yes. We do.
So they're going to think it over. So with 3:31 left in the first half, the Lancers almost at midfield. And with 2nd and 7 yards, the coaches say, hey, let's talk it over. Don't make any mistakes.
Interesting to see if they maybe start airing it out here a little bit with 3:30 left. I wouldn't expect them to. Their running game around the outside has been working pretty well. But they got to tell their guys, you need to get out of bounds.
Yeah, and Steve, the only thing I think that's dangerous for them for airing it out is that so far it appears that Los Al secondary is faster than Bishop Amat's receiving core on the deep routes.
Right.
Now I'll say that Zapata with that quick slant across or that quick 10-yard up and in route is definitely showing good speed, getting good separation.
Yeah.
But anything deep downfield, it very much appears that Los Al has good coverage on those plays.
Well, Los Al's got one of the best secondaries in the league, and you got Scandrick, Quinn, and Rice. I mean.
Oh, and don't forget Brian Felling.
Felling.
All of them. Making great plays. I mean, when you look at it, there's 10 interceptions among that group.
Right.
I mean, wow, what a dangerous group to go up against. Okay, man in motion real quick. Single back for Bishop Amat. Quick handoff again, that outside play. Oh!
Good block.
Wow, good block. And
late flag.
Yeah, late flag here. So we're going to have a little extracurricular activity called by the referee there. So a pickup of about 3 yards for Bishop Amat on that play, but
Tackle made by Cortez Rice.
Yeah, looked like Zapanta, and it's called against Bishop Amat, and the coaches up here are a little incensed. But looks like Zapanta may have done a little bit of extracurricular stuff when they got up from the ground there on that play.
Yeah, I wonder if we get a replay on
that. Our producer says, sorry. Sorry's not good enough. So, yeah, well, it's playoffs, and you can tell emotions are running high, you know, but the referees are doing a good job. Keep everything under control.
Yeah, they definitely need to keep it under control.
Yep. So, Los Al gets a nice break on that. Now it's going to be 2nd and 22 from the 30-yard line.
Maybe they'll start airing it out here. You know, they got about 20 yards.
Yeah, Steve, I agree. They're going to have to air it out here. So let's see, again, a single back. Los Al brings up the backers, faking a blitz. Again. Oh, plenty of time. But Robles brought down by several Los Al players on that play. Good coverage by the secondary.
Yeah, he's brought down by Alex Main on that play.
Yep, so Alex in there. And then also a couple other Los Al players coming up for the tackle. So Los Al did a great job on coverage. And that's why I talk about that speed of that Los Al secondary.
Yeah, great speed.
Yeah, did a nice job.
Even their lines
coverage.
got good speed. I mean, Coach Barnes, you know, tries to have them eat ice cream and build up some weight during the offseason, but not just that, but their speed. You know, not just size, but you need the speed on the defensive line.
Well, that's also part of the strength and conditioning that they do during the offseason and during the season. So, shotgun snap. Again, same thing. Robles looking, and nobody there. In fact, oh, wait a moment. They're going to call pass interference.
Now, did he bump off the umpire?
Yeah, he bumped into the umpire there. I don't know how they can call this one. Wow. This is going to be just a horrible call. Maybe we have a replay on this. Let's see what they're calling on this.
Yeah, hold on Los Al.
They're going to call holding against Los Al. Boy. Yep. We're going to see if we have it, folks.
Here it is, the replay. Let's see if he bumps off the umpire here.
It sure looked like it, because that was the only wide body in the area. Close shot in on the QB there. Throws the ball, and no, we don't pick it up. So, but he was pulling and throwing from the get-go. So maybe he saw something before the Amat receiver hit the umpire there.
Oh, we got about 3rd and 7.
Yeah, the good news for Los Al was that since it was defensive holding, it's not an automatic first down like a pass interference would be. So, 3rd and 7 here from the 45-yard line for Bishop Amat. I formation.
Fake the
handoff. And Linehan's chasing, throws deep. Nobody. Oh, and it's an picked off. Jeremy Childs.
He just sat back and baited it.
Yeah, he just sat there. I mean, you talk about just setting the trap and then, you know, just jumping up and taking the ball away.
Right. They just sit back and, you know, they bait these quarterbacks. They just sit there and say, oh, he's open. Oh, no, he's not.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the things that, you know, high school quarterbacks, you know, when you face a fast secondary, you're not used to the idea that they can stand off 4 or 5 yards off that guy, and by the time the ball gets there, boom, you know, Childs is there ready to make the interception.
When you got the #1 receiver in Orange County playing cornerback, you know, he knows what these routes are, and he knows how to time these patterns, and he just sits back there and, you know, picks at will.
Yep. So Los Al again takes advantage of a Bishop Amat turnover. We have offset I, now going into the full I formation. Pitch toss out. Rice has a lane. Oh, nice tackle there. And it's a fumble. Oh, still on the ground. Okay, there we have. Good play. Luis Reyes finally jumps on the ball. Rice gets knocked to the ground there. It was a great tackle open field tackle by an Amat player, but excellent work by Los Al's players, Conan Amatuanai and Luis Reyes, to move forward and jump on those balls.
Well, Cortez had a pickup of about 3 yards, and Reyes had another pickup of 3 yards. Yeah. They picked up about 6 yards on that play.
Yeah, so Los Al comes out very fortunate on that. Kind of a heavy dew tonight, folks. You can kind of see it in the lights when we take shots up there that, you know, it's a heavy ground mist tonight. So
a nice full moon.
Yeah, fortunately it's not a monsoon raining down on us like 2 years ago. Again, Jim Barnes drops back, fakes the handoff, looks outside, and Childs just can't come down with the ball. Just a little bit too far on that play.
Barnes kind of floated that one out there.
And
I think he's trying to give him some time to get underneath the pass, and you know, it was pretty well passed, but it looks like Childs just kind of was turned around the wrong way and couldn't quite read it right.
Well, the other thing, too, was I think also Jeremy might have seen Orlando Scandrick coming across out of the corner of his eye and realized that 2 Los Al players in one spot is not a good thing. So, you know, you don't want to knock your own guy out of the game. So Los Al right now with 3rd and 3 from the 44-yard line of their own. Again, I formation. Hand off to Cortez Rice. He just bulls his way forward about 4.5 yards.
I think he's got enough there for the first down, Ron.
Yep, absolutely, Steve. So Los Al picks up another first down. 1 minute 10 left in the half. And again, just grinding time off, tiring out that secondary. And the referees wave the sticks forward. So, again, single setback for Los Al. Jim Barnes under center. Drops back again. It's a draw play. Rice picks up about 2 yards.
Yeah, another tackle by Cornell there.
Jonathan Cornell on the tackle. Los Al, I believe, calls timeout here.
Yeah, Cornell's a 6'2", 220 junior.
Yep.
And I'm really impressed by his speed. He's been making a lot of plays tonight, coming across field, making tackles, and blowing off his blockers and making some good plays.
Yeah, definitely a key playmaker, as we said. He is the leading tackler for the Lancers. He has 2 more tackles than Andrew Gomez does, but coming into this game, and is showing us why. Boy, Steve, does it look like Cortez needs this halftime rest?
Oh, yes, he does.
Yeah, I mean, he's been putting in such a great workload so far. And, you know, I'll say the difference between this week and last week was last week Cortez was able to break in the open and just run.
Right.
You know, and he picked up that huge yardage against Cabrillo.
Yeah.
This week, I mean, he's earning every yard of it.
You know, the speed of the linebackers here for Bishop Amat and their cornerbacks, they're hitting them at the line, and they got to bounce off a few tackles or a few hits before.
Here we are, folks, up here on top of the Lancers press box. As you can imagine, in a driving rainstorm, what this was like. We had 3 inches of standing water. Fritz and I are wearing headsets and wondering when we're just going to see a blue bolt, and that's it. You lost your announcers.
Glad I missed that one.
Yeah, I know you did. Okay, so Los Al comes out, shotgun formation, single back, double spread.
It'll probably be airing out here.
Jim Barnes drops back. Great protection. Oh, he has a wide open receiver in Skandrick, who's still going. Still going.
Trying to strip the ball.
Yeah.
Get down, get down, get down.
Yeah, go down, go down, go down. Yeah.
This is when you just want to fall to the ground.
Yeah, exactly. So Skandrick with a great reception and picks up additional yards after carry. Wow, okay, folks, get ready. Here's another shocker. Esperanza 21, Colton 3 in the first half.
Wow.
You know, Esperanza is starting to put it together, and
they're a well-disciplined team. They got great talent, and, you know, if they put it together here in the playoffs, they could be a big threat.
Yep. So let's see, again, Jim Barnes looks. Oh, just slightly, it looks like that ball slipped out of his hand as he threw it, so just couldn't get it to Reyes there. So Los Al attacking, wanting to put another score on the board, stops the clock with 33 seconds left. So it's 2nd and 10 from the Bishop Amat 20-yard line.
Yeah, they might just want to pick up some more yardage here, maybe put 1 or 2 in the end zone and then try for a field goal here.
Yeah, I would say definitely this is a case where, you know, Coach Barnes is going to say, come on, go for the score. You know, we've got fast receivers, use the routes. Offensive line's doing a great job of giving protection for Jim Barnes. Okay, they're going to call timeout here. Well, they need to call timeout. They're not going to get this play off. They need to call timeout right now. Yeah. This is just taking way too long. Okay, Barnes has lost track of the time right now. We're going to get delay of game. Watch this. See the referee, the back judge right there is looking at his watch. Okay.
Get the snap off. They got
boy,
it off.
They did.
Blitz everywhere. Oh,
and we
screen.
have a screen again. And this time, boy,
got
again,
out of bounds.
Rice gets outside. But I tell you what, Crowell for, let's see, Jonathan Cornell. I'm sorry, Cornell. Boy, he sure saved a touchdown there for Bishop Amat because he made the tackle on that play.
Right.
Got around that offensive lineman that was out there, and he's a quick guy, Steve.
He is. He's got a lot of speed.
Yeah, used it very nicely.
A lot of size, a lot of speed. He's got a good look to him.
Yep. So 3rd and 6 from the 16-yard line for Los Alamitos with 26 seconds left in the half.
And I think they're definitely in Abrams' leg distance here for a field goal.
Yes, they are. So
they might air it out here to the end zone.
So again, shotgun, single back.
Yep,
Barnes is looking. Oh, he's got a wide open receiver. Oh my gosh, Jeremy Childs just put a move on number 20 for Bishop Amat, who is Douglas Higgins. And I'll tell you what, young Mr. Higgins needs to look for equipment, shoes, you know, undergarments, everything.
Huge head fake on that play by
wow.
Childs.
I mean, Jeremy just faked him out of every bit of clothing he's wearing. Just a great move by Jeremy Childs there. And Jim Barnes throws the ball down to the space. Jeremy runs under it. And another touchdown for Los Al. So
yeah, they got that play down to a T. I mean, they run that play better than anybody in the league.
Absolutely. Okay, once again, Skandrick to hold. Abrams to come up for the PAT. And it's up. And it's good. So with 20 seconds left in the first half, it's 35-6 Los Alamitos. And wow, this is a deep hole for Bishop Amat.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if they can rebound from this big of a deficit. You know, Los Alamitos is looking really strong, and they're starting to pick up on their outside pitch toss plays. And after the second half, Coach Barnes is going to really put it to them, and you know, Bishop Amat's going to really have to bounce back here.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it and you say, okay, you know, Los Al's defense is playing strong. They haven't had to be on the field that much this first half. Los Al's done a good job of burning time off the clock with the offense. It's going to put an intense amount of pressure on Bishop Amat to make something happen here, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do it. So there you see Coach Schur talking to the kickoff coverage team, making sure everyone knows their assignments, and I'm sure he's telling young Mr. Abrams,
put this in the end zone.
Yeah, or you're running bear crawls. Yeah,
a kicker doing bear crawls.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen too often.
Speaking from personal experience, I know coaches, you know, when they look at kickers, it's like, okay, when the kicker's doing good, we love you. When any other time, no. Yeah, you know, you're kind of that weird uncle that hangs out in the closet someplace.
Right.
Yeah, we just don't, you know. Yep. So Abrams coming up, and again, we have McNeil and Wagner.
Well, you know, there is no wind tonight also. I mean, it's a dead, still night. There's nothing blowing.
Absolutely,
so.
Which explains a lot of the heavy dew.
Right.
Nice big deep kick. This should be just short. Wagner's coming upfield with it. No, this is McNeil this time. He's to the outside, looking for a lane, and gets the outside. Nice return of about 32, 33 yards.
Tackle by Hale.
Yep, John Hale making another sure tackle there.
And we got 13 seconds here. Let's see if they just run it out. Or
yeah, I would expect Amat, knowing that they're going to get the kickoff in second half. What you don't want here is you don't want an interception for a run back.
Right, which can very easily happen.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a pitch toss here, since it's been a very successful play. So let's see what happens. Again, Amat players coming up the line. Boy, Steve, I tell you one thing I just saw, the Amat players coming up just a little bit lacking in energy coming up on that O-line there.
Yeah.
So
coach is really going to have to fire him up at halftime.
Yep. Yep, here we go. There's that quick pitch toss, and Wagner's to the outside, and he's got big bodies in front of him.
Ooh, 90.
Oh, yeah.
Nice tackle there.
Yeah, Toby Turpin comes up from behind, but oh my gosh, the poor cornerback sitting there looking at big offensive lineman coming at him. Number 65, Jose Rodriguez, all of 6'6", 255, leading the blocking charge on, you know, poor Brian Felling out there. I mean.
Yeah, but when you see your defensive end, Turpin, at 6'4", 210, making an open field tackle 20 yards downfield.
Yeah, nice hustle on his part. So, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half, it is 35-6 Los Alamitos. And we'll be back after this halftime activities to give you some updates, go over the all-league players for Los Alamitos, and start the second half.
This edition of LATV3's Game of the Week is sponsored by family and friends of the Los Alamitos Football Booster Club. LATV3 thanks all of our sponsors for bringing you the Game of the Week. Now back to the stadium for the second half of tonight's game.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Kiefer Field. Los Alamitos 35, Bishop Amat 6. It's been quite an interesting first half, and to lead off the second half, one of the traditions at the annual Turkey Day, it seems like annual Turkey Day practice, is for the coaches to read off to the players who the all-league players are, and I'm going to go through those right now. For Los Alamitos, honorable mention, Steve Clark and Fred Ramirez. On second team, Conan Amatuanai, Dustin Abrams, Anthony Jambona, Toby Turpin, Luis Reyes, and Andrew Ramirez. First team, Orlando Skandrick, Alex Main, Max Foltz, Tom Murphy, Mike Aguayo, Brett Martin, Nathan Quinn, and Brian Felling. And when I talked to Coach Bowman, he said, yeah, 1988 was the only other time Los Al's ever had the entire O-line as a first team. Now on to the real special awards. Offensive Back of the Year, Jeremy Childs. Offensive Player of the Year, Cortez Rice. Defensive Lineman of the Year, Kevin Linehan. Defensive Player of the Year, John Hale. And MVP of the league, Jimmy Barnes. As Coach Barnes says, guys, when you win, to the victor go the spoils. And just every starter on Los Al this year has been honored with either honorable mention, second team, first team, or a league special award. And I mean, great tribute to a great bunch of guys. Fantastic season. So, Steve, let's go over the stats for the first half.
All right, thank you, Ron. And for Los Alamitos, we have a total yards of 373 with passing of 167, rushing of 206. Barnes is 10 for 16 with 167 yards with 3 TDs. We have Childs with 6 catches, for 85 yards with 2 touchdowns. Skandrick with an 80-yard touchdown run. And Cortez Rice with 15 carries, 116 yards. And Bishop Amat, we have total yards of 196 yards, passing 22 yards, rushing for 174 yards. Robles, the quarterback, was 2 for 9 for 22 yards with 2 interceptions. And Wagner, 11 rushes for 123 yards with 1 80-yard TD run.
Yeah, and Steve, you know, that's kind of deceptive on Wagner's part, because you look at it and you say, wow, 123 yards, what a great night. But when you take away the 80-yard TD run, which was a fantastic run, taking nothing away, what it says is that he has 10 rushes after that for 43 yards, which is significantly under his average of 6 yards per carry. So Los Al doing a great job of stopping Wagner tonight and the whole Bishop Amat offense in general.
Yeah, Los Al defensive coaches made some good adjustments there towards the end of the first half and really stopped the rush. And we're going to see here in the second half what type of changes the Los Al defense has made to stop this running back, number 2 of Wagner, with his speed.
Well, and on the same side, I would expect also that Bishop Amat will make some changes too. Okay, so once again, Dustin Abrams with the kickoff, and it is McNeil and Wagner, and the ball goes in the end zone and out of the end zone. So it's skipping, it's hopping, it's jumping, and McNeil just couldn't get a handle on it. So Bishop Amat once again starts on their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, Bishop Amat really needs to come out here and play the type of football that they're capable of playing and put 7 points here on the board on this drive.
Yeah, and one of the things that's going to be kind of a challenge for him is that with no passing attack to speak of so far, I mean, it's tough to come back being down by 29 points with just a rushing attack. So once again, single setback. Looks like Bishop Amat may come to a passing game here. Let's see what happens. Again, quick pitch toss. And Wagner once again, but this time John Hale's right there, and Wagner picks up only about 2-3 yards.
Yeah, when you're down 35-6, you really need to start airing the ball on, even though they're going to be a little bit hesitant with the interceptions and how these cornerbacks and safeties have been reading this QB's eyes. You know, they just need to suck it up and start throwing the ball.
Yeah, one of the things Los Al's doing here is they're bringing Felling up from his cornerback position, and also with Skandrick to basically just take on that outside guy, push Wagner back in the middle of the field, and let those linebackers use their speed to get to him.
Right.
So 2 backs back for an offset here. Robles drops back, throws the ball again. Zapata just wide open on that quick route across the middle. And boy, that guy is very speedy. 38 receptions for 630 yards. Picked up a couple more tonight already. So
Orlando Skandrick there on the tackle.
So Zapata picks up a nice first down for Bishop Amat.
Yeah,
they're now out to about the 38-yard line.
Right, you run a couple slant plays, you know, some quick patterns, and, you know, let them catch the ball and work their athletic ability and make some moves and pick up a couple extra yards.
Yeah, the big key for Bishop Amat in this half, if they're going to try and claw their way back into these games, it's not so much their scoring they've got to do. They have to stop Los Al.
And they need to build up their confidence, too. You know?
Okay. Robles comes out, sees something on the Los Al defense that he does not like, and so calls timeout. Goes over to the coaches. And it looks like there's a little bit of equipment issue also with one of the players. Team manager out there working on the helmet. So it looks like maybe Coach Schur made some adjustments also.
Yes, they did. So it's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Bishop Amat's own 38.
Got a really nice crowd here tonight. Boy, the Bishop Amat stands are full. In fact, I got here about an hour and 15 minutes before the game started, and already the parking lot was about 3/4 full with a lot of parking on the street.
And there you see the Bishop Amat High School band.
Yeah, so you can tell this game means a lot to the people up in this area. And on the visiting side, the Los Al fans have done their usual and filled it to overflowing.
Well, it's a little cool tonight, so they don't mind the tight quarters.
No, yeah, yep. So, again, man in motion. Single back for Bishop Amat. Again, that quick pitch toss. Now we have a reverse. Oh, this one's not going to go anywhere. Oh, it does. Oh, my gosh.
Cannot make
Zapata still going on the move. And
by Cortez
Rice comes up, lays a helmet on him. Boy, Los Al had a great opportunity there with Anthony Jambona. Just shot that gap and just missed Zapata on the reverse here. Watch this play. Look at this.
Cannot
Pitch,
miss this tackle.
handoff, and then look at this right there, Jambona. Oh, nice stiff arm by Zapata there. Just fends off Jambona. Another player diving, and then Cortez Rice lays a helmet on him. So good gain by Bishop Amat. They're at the Los Al 46-yard line. Again, 1st and 10. Shotgun formation.
Quick slant.
And once again, there we go. A quick slant. Wagner coming out of the backfield picks up another 1st down. So Jambona makes a tackle. Boy, give a lot of credit to Danny Robles. He's throwing some very nice passes here.
Yeah, Fred Ramirez also there on the stop.
Yep. So Bishop Amat moving the ball, grinding some time off.
Yeah, like I said, the quick slant plays there in the middle. You know, just a couple drop back and fire the ball there across the middle and pick up a good 10 yards.
Yeah, you know, Steve, that's correct. One thing is, if you can pick up 8-10 yards on each of the slant plays, you're going to move the ball quick.
Right. And it opens up for maybe a fake and break it deep.
Yeah, and you're not burning much time off. So again, Robles drops back, coming under pressure again. Gets Zapata on that quick slant coming across.
Taken down there by Nathan Quinn.
Boy, I mean, this is 5 out of the 8 plays on this series. Bishop Amat's been running that slant play. So obviously they see something they like.
Well, you know, I think they got fired up at halftime too here, and I think Los Al is kind of on their heels, and they need to pick it up here and realize that, you know, anything can happen.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
They need to step it up here and play some good football.
Well, and it's tough also because you've got Wagner in the backfield. It's not like you can exactly overplay on that slant, because if he gets to the outside, like he's trying there, way too many bodies in motion.
Fumble.
We still have, and the ball's still in play. Aguayo's on the ball. Are they going to call the ball was already down?
Nope.
No, they're saying Los Al's ball. Wow, let's see if we got a replay on this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy, this is going to upset the Bishop Amat fans. Watch the replay here. Let's see what happened. Okay. There you see. It looks like there's guys in motion. Wagner heads in. Flags flying everywhere. And there you see the ball is just stripped out. And nobody gets a hand on it until Big Mike Aguayo goes over the top and rolls on top of the ball. That's Aguayo's, second recovery tonight on the fumble?
Yeah.
Good job by Mike.
He would have got up and ran with it, too, if he could.
Yeah, and then we would have seen a lineman flopping like a fish in the end zone again. I played line. I knew what it was like if you had to try and run any distance. Yeah. Oh.
You know, Jonathan Soto there actually had the opportunity to cover the ball up, and, you know, offensive they're not known for their good hands.
Yeah, no, yeah. If you had good hands, you wouldn't be a lineman. Right. Yeah. All right, Barnes gives a handoff to Cortez Rice again. Again, Rice stays on his feet, gets to the outside. Great block there by Childs. Rice still moving upfield and gets out to about the 46-yard line for Los Alamitos. So, again, another great run.
And Soto finally forced him out of bounds there.
You know, one thing I want to say is Jeremy Childs. I mean, everyone talks about what a great receiver, what a great receiver. No, what I really think impresses me is the fact is what a great downfield blocker.
Oh, great blocker. Great blocker. He's you know, this year he's really come around as one of the top players in Southern California. You know, he catches the ball, got great hands, great speed, great technique. You name it, he's got it.
Yeah, I mean, Jeremy broke a record that many people thought would never be broken, which was, you know, the receiving record of Melsby. There we go. Okay, this time Rice brought down from behind. Good penetration by Bishop Amat. We'll try and pick the number up as he gets up.
Jonathan
Soto on the hit, and yep, big number 75 gets up. So number 79. So yeah, but you can see, you know, Steve, you look at these Amat players right now. They're getting up. I mean, look at them, hands on the hips. you know, kind of walking around, not really bouncing to their positions.
And that's what I was talking about first half. You know, Barnes running the ball. You know, he's going to wear down this offensive line. You know, you got one of the best offensive lines in Southern California taking on this defensive line that hasn't seen a line this good.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're going to get worn down.
All right, I formation. Jim looking for a quick throw. Oh, Childs does a nice job of shielding off on the William Wagner there, playing at the cornerback position. So picks up about 5 yards on the play. So it's going to be about 3rd and 5 for Los Al here.
Yeah, just a quick 5-yard play there to get some upfield yardage there for the Los Al Griffins and see what they do here on 3rd down.
Yeah, but great arm strength by Jimmy Barnes there. I mean, he throws that out pass so hard, which is what you really want to see. You know, don't give that cornerback or safety time to get up there and spy on the play because, you know, anytime there's an interception in that area, pretty often it goes back for a touchdown. So let's see, Los Al here at the 49-yard line of Bishop Amat, 3rd and 5. Let's see what happens.
Oh, offsides.
Oh, that wasn't quite what they wanted.
Hard count, penalty count there for Jimmy
Vincent
Barnes.
Federico was about 2 seconds off on the play.
Yeah, it's a design play Los Al has with when they got 3rd and 5 and they haven't done it all game and Bishop Amat hasn't seen this count by Jimmy. You know, it's called their penalty count and it usually works for them. You know, it's Bishop Amat really got to fire off the ball quick against this offensive line and any little motion they hear the hut and they're gone.
Yeah.
So
well, it looks like it's going to be about 3rd and
inches.
The length of a football here. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't mark it as a 1st down, so it must have been just short. So Los Al picks up a very timely gain off that penalty, and you know, high school football, unlike college or pros, once you jump, that's it. Play stopped. So again, I formation. No surprise here. Hand off to Cortez. Oh, great outside blocking. Rice cuts back inside. Still moving upfield, just running over guys. Gets down to about the 21, 22-yard line. And just a great job by Los Al's offensive line to open that hole for him. And we have another flag. Oh, man, this is getting ugly out here.
Yeah, he's finally brought down there by number 40, Robinson.
Yep. Let's see what happens here. Who is called against?
22 yards for Des Rice.
All right, referees are calling it. Okay, personal foul against Amat. Wow. Okay, this is something I did not expect to see because, you know, one of the things that's a hallmark of the Sarah League teams is not only the tough play, the never give up, but it's also the discipline that they play with. And this is just a breakdown of discipline right now. So Los Al picks up 1st and 10 from about the 10.5-yard line, so they do have an opportunity to score a 1st down here. But for all intents and purposes, it is 1st and goal for Los Al.
Yeah, I'll be surprised to see Jimmy throw that little out pass to Childs here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Jeremy's just been, you know, making Higgins look, you know, I don't want to use something. Okay. Oh, too many guys in motion there.
You know, that was Amat.
Yeah. Conan just jumped a little bit too much. And Cortez does a great job getting down to the 2-yard line, but it's going to be all for naught.
Yeah.
But the other disturbing thing, though, is once again, the snap didn't get to Jimmy Barnes. So got to make sure that Los Al doesn't make any mistakes down here. Want to convert on this opportunity.
Yeah. Amat just had a little flinch there, and the back judge picked it up and got him on it.
Yeah, referees doing a good job this game. You know, that's one of the nice things I have to say about it is the further you get in the playoffs, usually the better the quality of the referee crews get because now they're able to, you know, narrow down to the guys who have, you know, the experience and have shown that they're able to call a good game during the year.
Right.
Yep. So, 1st and 15 from just around the 15.5-yard line. So let's see what Los Al does on this one.
You know, I don't think Bishop's had any sacks yet tonight on Jimmy. He hasn't had much pressure put on him tonight.
You're right. Okay, quick pitch toss. So
Reverse.
again, reverse. Skandrick finally gets a hand on it. Oh, he gets great blocking, and he's into the end zone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Open field, that much speed, you're not going to stop him.
Yeah. Boy, Brett Martin, the center, not only does he snap the ball, he gets to the outside and just clears the outside backer out of there. I mean, what a great reverse play. Although for a moment it looked like it was going to be who's going to catch the bouncing football again because, you know, the handoff from Cortez Rice to Skandrick was just a little bit dicey, but Orlando got the handle on it and then just used that great speed and booked it right into the corner of the end zone there.
Yeah, it was a nice, well-designed play by Los Al.
Yep. So once again, Abrams out to make the kick. 6:38 left in the 3rd quarter.
Snap. The kick is up.
Should be good, and it is.
And it is.
So with 6:38 left, it's 42-6. Los Al has a pretty insurmountable, and there's some of the local LA Sheriff's deputies. Some guys getting a little bit of a break right now, watching a great game. Football. Yeah. So, you know, nice to see that, give them a little bit of time to come out and see some of the events in their community that they help police.
Yep.
But for Bishop Amat, this is starting to get to be a pretty deep, pretty big hole, Steve.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's a pretty tough climb back here for Bishop Amat. It's, Los Al's pretty much got this game maybe wrapped up. We might see some second string coming in here for Los Al pretty soon. You know, Los Al doesn't want to get any guys hurt here for the next round.
Yeah, but you know what? This is Bishop Amat. This is a Sarah League team. I'm going to say
maybe fourth quarter.
Yeah, my guess is maybe with the last 3 or 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, they may let some guys get in here. But I have a feeling they're going to keep the first stringers out here. They're just not going to take any chances. Okay, so once again.
Yeah, but then again, their second string is pretty good, too.
Yeah, pretty good, too. Yeah, all right, little squib kick there. That's a design kick. Keep it away from the dangerous running backs. We got a guy coming up here. Oh, nice hit. Who was that? Fred Ramirez just lays the hammer down on number 26 for Amat. That was Arsenio Avenida, and I think Arsenio is going, wow.
He's trying to make the highlight reel on that play, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
That was a great hit.
Bishop Amat, not bad field position, gets the ball at the 24-yard line, but Los Al does a good job of keeping the ball away from the dangerous running back duo back there of McNeil and Wagner. So here we see again single setback for Amat. Boy, they have to start going to the air now, so let's see what they come with. Oh, they hand it off to Wagner. He looks, he finds a hole, but he's brought down by one of the defensive linemen.
Let's see who's down at the bottom of this pile.
Who's coming up on the bottom? Have to see, it's going to be that very last white shirt getting up, and it's Kevin Linehan, to be expected. Defensive player of the year, or defensive lineman of the year in the Sunset League, and a very well-earned reward for him. I have to say, for all the Los Al players, they've done such a great job this year.
Oh, they have. They look really great this year.
So here we have again, looks like Nathan Quinn spying in from his safety position, trying to see if we can see a jump. Robles drops back, throws the ball up. Uh-oh. Skandrick comes down with the ball. This could be another interception. It is. Yeah. Steve, this is why I say they can't go deep. I mean, the Los Al
slants. You can't run. You can't throw the deep ball in Los Al.
What are you going to do? I mean, okay, so who am I throwing it to? I'm throwing it to Skandrick and Childs. You know, and if I don't throw it to them, Nathan Quinn has 7 interceptions. I mean, my gosh.
He's dropped
back, so there you see the ball's just way up in the air, and Skandrick just has inside lane, makes the big jump, does everything right that a defensive back should, and comes down with the ball on that play. So great play by Orlando Skandrick on defense there. And he's having a heck of a game. I mean, 2 touchdowns, including 1 long run for 80 yards. Nice interception there.
He's having he does a good game every game he's played. He plays very well.
Been a very solid player.
He's had a great season.
Offset eye. Fake the handoff, play action. Okay, now we've got some pressure.
Jimmy running it.
Jimmy's running. He's around the corner.
Down, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. His dad was probably gritting his teeth on that one.
Yeah, dive. Yeah, because Jonathan Cornell was coming up there looking for the big hit.
Barnes is trying to show Rice how it's done, huh?
Yeah. It's, you know. Yeah, Jimmy, you're a QB.
Yeah.
Cortez is the one who's going to take the big knocks. You just get down on the ground. So, but good job by Jimmy Barnes picking up about 8 yards on that play.
Yeah. I don't know the last time it's been that I've seen Jimmy scramble like that.
Yeah. Well, you know, one of the things that was said about Jimmy last year was he was kind of a little bit slow-footed. And he's another guy. I mean, obviously he's not going to be an option QB, but he has picked up enough speed now that he can get around those defensive linemen and pick up some evasion and pick up some yards.
Yeah. Plus his arm strength's improved quite a bit.
And really, Jimmy's a drop back. He's a pocket passer. I mean, no one's going to make any mistakes. And Cortez Rice breaks through, still running upfield, gets up to about the 42-yard line of Bishop Amat. And again, just a great job. Eric Moreno on the tackle there, the free safety for the Lancers. But again, Rice has a huge hole open for him by that O-line and moves upfield.
And let me show you how to run the ball, Jimmy. Here, give it to me, and I'll just watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Sit back here and watch.
Watch the master on this one. You know,
so great moves, power, strength.
Yep.
He sees the field really well. He reads his blocks, and he's the whole package.
Yeah, he is. He's just having a great year this year. So Conan Amatuanai goes out. Looks like we'll have a single back set on this one.
Well, we got a pretty pretty white jersey in there on the offensive line. Let's see who that is.
Okay, that's number 73 for Los Al.
That's Barkwell.
All right, Brett Barkwell, who was a starter.
Oh, wide open.
Oh, Orlando Skandrick again wide open. Again, same situation. Get down, Orlando. Get down.
Yeah. Hit by Marino there.
Yeah, hit by Moreno and a couple other DBs, but down to about the 16-yard line.
There's
Let's watch the
for
replay.
you.
Jimmy just does a great job of catching Orlando right where he's going to be. He doesn't throw where he's at. He throws where he's going to be. Watch this. This is just a strike. I mean, this ball is great.
Perfect.
Look at
Tight
that.
spiral.
Yep. Tight spiral, flat arc, and then Skandrick makes a great catch, picks up about another 4 yards after catch.
Takes 3 Bishop Amat players to take him down,
Yep.
too.
So, great job by Los Al on that series. Ball on the 16-yard line, 1st and 10.
I think Los Al might want to make a statement here for going to the next game, putting some more points here on the board, saying, hey, we're Los Al, and we're here to win this thing.
And one of the things too is that I know from past experiences with Los Al that Los Al delay a game here, but whenever Los Al plays a Sarah League team, you know that the Griffins are looking to put points on the board. They want to make a statement to the Sarah League.
Exactly.
That you guys may be the toughest league, one of the toughest leagues in the country, but we're a better team. And I saw it when they did the championship 2 years ago. I mean, they just, Bishop Amat, driving rainstorm kept the score down, and they played great in that game. But otherwise, modern day Loyola, not even in the game with Los Al during those games. Yep. So here we see Los Al 1st and 15. Again, referees call a flag, call a stop to the game, no flags. Maybe trying to reset the clock here. So, yeah, looks like the back judge is coming over. He's going to instruct on the sideline something, probably ask him to reset. He's talking to the coaches, trying to figure it out. They're trying to motion up here to the scoreboard below us.
Yeah, something to do with the scorekeeping here. I think it was the
There
yardage.
it is. Put 8 seconds back on the clock.
seconds.
Yep. All right, that's a critical 8 seconds. But got to give credit to the referees. They're doing their job.
Yeah, but they're calling a good game tonight.
Yeah, they are. They're really on top of it.
They're not trying to take the game into their hands, and they're just keeping it under control and letting the boys play, and they're keeping the game moving.
Yep. So Los Al comes up, I formation. Well, no surprise, handoff to Cortez Rice.
Ooh.
Drives up for about 3 yards.
Gets body slammed there by number.
Looks like Gamez in on the tackle there, along with number 45, Michael Zuniga, a defensive tackle. So Cortez picks up about 2 yards on that one.
We got about second and 14 here.
Yep. So a ball on the 20-yard line. Oh, there we see Mike Aguayo back in, so gave him a well-needed rest.
Yeah, Aguayo plays on both sides of the ball there, and he needs some rest, and you don't want to get him hurt for next week because he's one of the keys to this Los Al offense.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, that was one of the big changes.
There it is.
Oh, there we go. Oh, we're going to have pass interference here. Yeah, it's Orlando Skandrick. Well, they found out a way to stop him. Grab one arm. So this is going to be a first down for Los Al here. It'll be a 1st and goal by the time they get through with everything. Yeah, it's pass interference.
You see the Bishop Amat player throw his arms up there.
Yeah.
Say, what can we do?
Yeah, what are we going to do, Coach?
We've got a replay.
Yeah,
here.
so let's watch the replay here. I mean, in high school, it's not a bad deal because it at most moves the ball 15 yards.
Yeah,
there you see, nice throw. Yeah, right there. You can see he just can't get that arm up because he's.
Ooh, and takes a hit there by 51. Number,
yep. So
Mr. Cornell.
Yeah. So Cornell in there also on the play. So it's 1st and goal for Los Al from approximately the 10-yard line.
Pitch to the outside.
Rice ducking around, and Cornell, boy, I tell you, he's a good player.
He's very impressive.
Yep, nice open field tackle there. Rice, if he'd gotten by Cornell, had a clear lane, but Cornell did a great job of wrapping up on him and pulling him to the ground.
Cornell's only a junior. He's got another year here in the high school level, and sure we'll be seeing him playing on Saturdays.
Probably. So, Amat trading in and out a few players there. Los Al getting ready to bring the play in here.
We got 2:31 here left in the third quarter.
Okay. Amatuanai out. Okay, Felling in at receiver. We've seen that happen before for Los Al. So again, single setback. Man in motion. Oh,
Ooh.
Barnes gets rid of the ball just in.
Cortez.
Yeah, to Cortez right just before he's hammered from behind by number 46, who is, let's see, who is that? That is Eric Martinez of Bishop Amat, comes in from behind, does a little stunt there.
Yeah, Cortez had some good hands on that play. He catches the ball really well, too, and it's very important for running backs to be able to catch the ball there on those flood passes.
Well, especially if he has aspirations of playing in the Pac-10, where almost every school runs some version of the West Coast offense. Right. I mean, if you're a running back, you have to be able to catch.
Yeah.
You know, if you can't, you're not going to play. So Cortez showing some nice hands there. So 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. This time, Los Al holds Conan Amatuanai back. And Jimmy just has the ball slip out of his hands. He had a wide open Orlando Scandrick.
Yeah, there's a little bit of dew out here tonight. I think that ball just kind of slipped down at Jimmy's hands there.
Yep.
He's going to need to really dry him off here for this next play, and that center's going to need to wipe down the ball.
Yeah, center or
the
one of the ball boys.
Yeah.
Get him, as we said a couple, 4 or 5 weeks ago when we were playing a game where there was a light rain going on. The most important guy on the field was not any of the players. It was the ball boy. Because he's keeping that ball dry. Okay, so Dustin Abrams getting an opportunity for a rare field goal this season from the 14-yard line. So it'll be about a 31-yard, 24-yard field goal. Snap is up, kick is up, certainly long enough, and it's good. So Abrams adds to his scoring for the year and is now 45-6 for Los Alamitos with 1:22 left in the 3rd quarter. And boy, Los Al just in absolute control of this game, Steve.
Yeah, they do whatever they want here at will. You know, it's Bishop Amat can't really respond to this offense of Los Alamitos. They're just pretty much just dominated this whole game.
Yeah, and you know, normally you'd say, gosh, up 45-6. Start of the 4th quarter. Yeah, let's get that JV team in there. Right. Let's get those other seniors in there.
Get some clean jerseys in there.
But you know, this is a playoff game. You're playing against a very tough Sarah League school in Bishop Amat. I just don't see it happening until very late in the game where they're going to finally let guys in where they know there's no chance for Amat to come back.
Right.
Yeah, now, you may see spot players coming in here. You know, like we saw with Barkwell coming in to spell out Mike Aguayo and maybe a few guys on the defensive side. But I honestly don't see Los Al easing up right now at this point. So Abrams once again to kick off, and McNeil and Wagner back. So let's see what the coaches call for this time.
Oh, short
okay,
kick.
A little bit of a short kickoff here. Retrieved by the Lancers. And, almost stripped away. Still on his feet. Good job of returning it there.
Marino there with the
Eric Moreno
return.
On the return, and a whole bunch of Los Al guys getting up. And let's see who comes out from the bottom.
Hale.
Yeah.
Who's on
looks
his
like
back
Jambona.
There.
Nope,
Quinn.
that's Nathan Quinn. Another name we call a lot out here. Yeah. So, 1st and 10 for Amat from about the 32-yard line.
No, I definitely think they're going to have to start airing it out here. Now let's do some slant passes, you know, maybe some some hooks in the outside, and, you know, the deep bomb's not going to work for them.
No. Robles is a good quarterback, but just doesn't seem to have the arm right now.
There
we have, good quick handoffs to the fullback there. So there we see Tony Valenzuela.
Linehan with the tackle there.
Yeah, and Valenzuela picks up about 7 yards, and we have a Los Al player slow to get up.
Down.
John Hale.
Okay, Coach, time to sub out.
Yep.
You need to get John out. He's one of our top players here on defense, and can't afford to have him hurt.
Hale's a tough guy. Gets up.
He is a very tough guy.
Yeah, I mean, you think about the guys that get hit by him, but you also got to realize John's the guy doing the hitting, so he's taking his fair share of that lick too.
Well, that's
there we see Wagner going in, and he goes nowhere. Linehan just knifes through and locks him up. Gets some support from Jambona and also Fred Ramirez. No, that's Toby Turpin.
And I think it was Hale on the bottom. No, it's Linehan.
Yeah, it's Linehan. Yeah, Kevin just knifed right through there. He is so quick. He uses that swim move. Again, that's why I say, boy, Bernard Riley, I mean, a guy who was so great, had such great hands, such great speed, and he's teaching these kids all these things he's learned at the collegiate level.
That's the great thing about the Los Al program is they get so many great players that go on to the next level, and they bring back what they've learned in those levels and teach it to these kids. And Los Al is very fortunate to have that.
There we go. All right, this time Turpin manages to shake off of his guy and just wraps Wagner up and still denies him. And that's the end of the quarter. So Los Al up 45-6. Looks like it's going to be about 4th and inches, possibly a first down if they give him forward progress. Although I didn't see it. I'm surprised the referees are saying that he got that far. So let's take a short break, ladies and gentlemen, and then we'll come back for the start of the 4th quarter.
This edition of the Game of the Week is the sole property of the CIF Southern Section and the Los Alamitos Television Corporation. Any use of this cablecast, its contents and descriptions, in whole or in part, without the expressed written consent of the CIF Southern Section and the Los Alamitos Television Corporation is strictly prohibited.
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth quarter action starting. Los Al up 45-6. And it looks like they have given a first down to Bishop Amat. So they just barely got progress over. So the ball will be on the 42-yard line of Bishop Amat.
And we still got the first string there in for Los Al's defense.
Yeah. So let's see what comes up here. Okay, once again, Wagner the only back.
Actually, Brian.
Do we have Mihalik in now?
Yeah. He's
yeah.
on the defensive line there.
That's. Oh, Wagner again cuts through. Uh-oh, he's broken through again.
Cortez pushes him
But again, this time Cortez Wright says no go.
Yeah.
Okay. And nothing going on over there.
That's just a momentum carry.
Yeah, that's just a momentum. Cortez did a good job. In fact, actually, smart play by, you're right, smart play by Cortez. As soon as he saw he was on the sideline, he stopped trying to bring him to the ground, let him go. So, and the referees, again, you know, knowing that there's an Amat player deep inside the Los Al bench area.
Yeah. Well, you know, Los Al's they're not angels, but, you know, they're taught to no cheap play.
I think it's more like intimidated.
Right. Yeah. You know, Los Al doesn't take cheap shots.
Yeah. No, they don't. And the coaches basically tell the players, you do something like that. Oh, we have a ball up in the air, tipped, and a smart play there by one of the Amat receivers, tight end there, of knocking down Anthony Jambona, because once a ball is tipped, you're allowed to hit anybody.
Tafua.
Yeah.
Tafua there with a nice play on the.
Yeah. So stopping a possible interception, but. No, the Los Al coaches are very, very strict about players getting involved in, you know, pretty much they tell the players, not only will you sit out a game if you get involved in a fight, you will be doing physical exercise of a very uncomfortable nature. You know, they make it very clear it's uncalled for, unneeded.
Here we go, 2nd and 10 here.
All right, fake the handoff, rolling out, trying to buy time. Throws back across the field to a wide open Wagner.
Cortez here with the.
Rice forces him out of bounds at about the 17, 18-yard line. So nice play there by Bishop Amat. Robles
throwing those plays earlier in the game.
Well, it's desperation time kind of. I mean, they've got to pull everything out of the book. You know, at this point, if you got a play you think might work, this is, you know, definitely the time to use it, because there's no reason not to use it. Okay, now we see Mihalik going out, and looks like probably, Big Mike Aguayo comes back in. So Los Al working here to stop Bishop Amat from scoring. So again, single back for Bishop Amat, man in motion. Quick pitch toss. Wagner this time. Oh, nice job by Los Al spreading him out.
Let go.
Yep, and there Skandrick just does a good job of holding him up, not throwing him to the ground. So nice job there, but a great job by Los Al's defensive line and secondary of coming up and just stringing Wagner out, not letting him turn that corner.
Great pursuit by the defensive line there in the secondary, and Skandrick had containment out there on the outside and really read off his block there and made a nice play.
Yep, so it looks like it's going to be about 2nd and 9, a long 9 for Bishop Amat.
If I was Bishop, I'd throw one in the end zone right here. Just go for it.
Now, if you can get it there without having somebody covered, I mean, the thing you'd hate to have is a 102-yard run back. So, again, man in motion here. There's the big tight end for Bishop Amat. Okay, Wagner in motion, and, oh, boy, what a great job by Jambona there.
He read that play really well.
Yeah, he did. And, again, there's a case of where you see the ability to shed a blocker. I mean, big number 75. Michael Combs had the block on Jambona, and Anthony slips off of him. He does a great job of tackling Wagner on that play.
And we got 3rd and 8 here with about 11 minutes left in the game.
Yep. So Los Al again showing some very nice defensive moves. Okay, referees signaling.
Equipment.
Yeah, it's equipment timeout.
Officials timeout here. I think it was John Hale lost his mouthpiece.
Oh, man. Oh, you don't even want to think about picking up off of that field. Oh, John used a lot of mouthwash tonight. Okay. There we go. Snap back. Good pressure by Linehan. Keeps him moving. Oh, he does go deep. He's got a man wide open, but A little bit too deep. Bangs into the fence down there, and it's no touchdown. Yeah, Skandrick lays a little bit of a hit on down there. So, yeah, right in the packed area full of Bishop Amat fans. So, it'll be 4th and 8. I have no doubt that Bishop Amat will go for it on this play. They have nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. Comes Robles in with a play. You know, they might even, they're probably going to go for an out pass here, try to just pick up the first down, maybe a quick slant on the inside.
Yeah, you'd have to say that slant play across the middle has been working quite well for them. So let's see what they do here. Again, single back. Wagner back there. Robles looking again. Okay, looks for a little bit of a slip screen. And Zapata is not going to make it.
Fumble, no.
Doesn't matter. Los Al ball.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Nice play there.
So Los Al forces a turnover on downs. And here comes Bishop Amat's defense, Los Al's offense. So Los Al holds, and with 10:36 to go in the game, takes over control of the ball again on about their own 8-yard line. Could be close now, closer to the 10 actually. So, nice job by the Los Al defense there to hold on that series.
Still got all the first string in there.
Yep. Move the ball downfield.
Cortez is probably going to add some more yardage here. I'm sure they're going to be running the ball a lot here to run down the clock here to get the game over.
Yep, okay, timeout Los Al. Not sure why they called timeout there. Maybe the coaches wanted to make sure that nothing happens out here to turn the ball back over to Amat. I mean, really, when you think about it, it's a point of pride right now to say, okay, the only score they got was that first long run, and basically Los Al's held them scoreless for, right now, probably close to 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Los Al's played great defense tonight. Very impressed by the defensive play by Los Al. Just the speed of their cornerbacks and the speed of their safeties and the power and strength of their line. It's just, they're just dominant. I mean, Los Al's defense is just looking great. And Los Al prides himself on their defense.
Yeah, exactly, Steve. I mean, it's the overall team speed on defense. I mean, this is one of the fastest defensive lines I've seen for Los Al. They just cut through the guys out there. Los Al was pretty embarrassed by Mission Viejo in the second game. I think it'd be interesting for a rematch now.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it'd be a Los Al win, but I think it definitely would be a game.
Right, I agree with you, Ron. I think Los Al's really gelled really well this season. Beginning of the season, I was a little sketchy on how this team would turn out, and they really brought it together, and they're playing really, really well together. And it's really a fun team to watch.
Yes, it is. All right, so here we have I formation. Well, no surprise here. Handoff to Cortez Rice, and he just bowls forward for about 6-7 yards.
And Chavez in there in the stop.
Yep, but again, that big O-line, Maine, Foltz, Martin, Murphy, and Aguayo just opening up the holes there and pushing forward and giving space for Cortez to run.
See if we get any substitutions yet. No, not quite yet.
No,
Let's see,
nothing yet.
Still 10 minutes left here to play in the game.
Yep, I imagine probably Coach Barnes wants to get some distance out away from his own goal there. Get out more towards the midfield area before he starts to substitute in any bodies.
Yeah, but I think, Los Al JV went 10-0 this year.
They did. They went undefeated, including, which means they beat the Mission Viejo JV. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes next year. All right, here again. Handoff to Cortez Rice. This time he's kind of smothered up by the Amat defensive line. They do a good job of filling the holes there. So
tackle made by number 62, Federico.
Vincent Federico in there. So looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 5. Maybe a 3rd and long 4 here.
Let's see if Los Al is going to air out the ball here. Probably just give it to Childs and punt it away. And if he doesn't pick up the first down, I think Los Al is just trying to burn the clock here as much as they can.
It'd be interesting to see if you see a pump fake here.
Yeah, it could be
get a bite and then watch either Jeremy or Orlando just go.
Nope,
there we go. Hand it off, and again, Cortez. Boy, still on his feet, still driving downfield.
I look down to see who made the tackle. I look up, and he's still going.
Yeah, it's like, don't call that one yet. So Cortez Rice with about a 10, 11-yard pickup there. Has to be close to a 200-yard night already. Boy, coming on top of the 300-plus yards he did last week, 330 yards. What an incredible game last week. You know, I mean, just a superb display of running power and, you know, the ability to break tackles.
1,491 yards rushing. Tack on another 200 tonight.
Oh, yeah, 1,700 yards. I mean, wow. What a great season. Well, he's been averaging almost 130 yards a game, and I'm sure that picked up after the the game last week.
Yeah, that's in the Sunset League. He's #1 in rushing.
Yeah.
The next guy below him is with Esperanza, Neal with 903 yards. So you can see how much more dominant in the Sunset League Cortez Rice is in his running game. And a lot has to do with the offensive line that he's running behind and his big, strong fullback.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, he's got the whole package there in front of him.
Yep, so, yeah, Rice having another great night.
And even the blocks with the, you know, Skandrick and Childs is doing for him, you know. Not just catching the ball, but like we said earlier tonight, you know, their blocking technique is superb.
Yep. All right, filling in at receiver, so we have double split. Big, quick pitch toss out to Cortez Rice. He cuts the corner, still moving upfield, down to about the 45-yard line of Los Al. Does a great job of getting some outside blockers there.
McNeil there on the stop.
Yep. But, you know, just great speed once he gets to that corner. I mean, he really has that ability to just turn and go north and south once he's at the corner. So, again, Los Al using those fast offensive linemen, those wide receivers that know how to block, and just opening up a lane.
Yeah, the offensive line's really doing a great job tonight. And, you know, O-line doesn't get as much credit as they deserve. I mean, they're the heart and soul of this team.
Yeah, it's said by many a coach, you know, if you want to know how well a team's doing, look at both the offensive and defensive lines. If they're able to control, you're going to have a successful year. Well, there's a rare handoff to Conan Amatuanai, and he picks up about 2-3 yards on that one.
Chavez there with a stop.
Yep. So
I'm surprised they don't give him the ball that, you know, too much more. Esperanza update here for you guys.
Wow, folks. 5 minutes left in the game. Esperanza 35, Colton 9. Looks like Esperanza is definitely well on its way to playing Long Beach Poly. We're going to assume Poly's going to win against St. John Bosco. So
this pretty interesting playoff season this year.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see because it sounds like Esperanza is getting that wing T offense and that 46 defense working. There we go again. Cortez Rice gets the ball. Oh, no, referees are going to say ball was down on the ground already.
Federico there with a nice play.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, I would not want to be facing Esperanza right now in the playoffs. They've picked up a second wind here, and I think they've really come together as a team after that loss against Los Al. You know, I think they really dug deep and are really pulling it together here. And Esperanza is a great team, and I would not be wanting to face them in the playoffs.
Well, Steve, you were on the sideline for that game, you know, this year, and I mean, you saw how big those guys are on that team, and the guys they have coming up in the wings.
Right. They hit hard, they play hard, and you know.
Although I think the Amatuanais would have another version of how they play, but
yeah, I won't mention that.
Yeah.
That technique.
Yeah. So okay, again, I formation. Jim Barnes drops back.
Deep.
Oh, looking deep. He's got a wide open Jeremy Childs, and Childs somehow hangs onto the ball after number 40, Julian Robinson, got a hand on it, tipped it in the air. Jeremy Childs, again, just showing that incredible concentration, coming down with the ball.
He's just awesome. Here's a replay for you, folks.
Boy.
Watch his hand-eye coordination that Jeremy Childs has here. Jimmy goes back to pass. Deep bomb. Corners turn around. Tips it. Jeremy Childs stays with it. Makes a great reception there.
And it's a one-handed reception, too. So, wow, even more incredible. So, all right, now we see, okay, there we go, Steve. Here's your guys coming in.
Okay, let's see.
Now we have a wholesale substitution. Manus is in now, you know.
We got Madrigal in there.
Yeah, Joe Madrigal, who did a great job earlier this year. Oh, that didn't work. And Manus is now going, woo, run, Forrest, run. But he picks up about 2-3 yards on that one. Yeah, it's, you know.
It's going to be really interesting to watch Manus play next season. It's going to be a whole different type of
it's a Jeff Klein all over again.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's exciting football. And, I mean, Jimmy's been a pleasure to watch this season. He's got such a great arm and so much power. But, you know, Manus is going to have that running and, you know, that scrambling type of QB that he's going to be pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, and one thing Los Al's already proved, obviously 2 years ago, is that they can adapt to the option offense very quickly, you know, and make
build their
great,
offense around their quarterback.
Great use of the advantages that an option-type quarterback brings to you. So Manis under QB, and we're going to either have delay of game or somebody was moving. Whole lot of whistles going off there.
We pick up some other numbers here for you, folks. 30. Brian Felling in the game. We got 73 coming in.
That's Brett Barkwell. Also see, we're trying to get him. Okay, Justin.
Woods is in. Justin Woods. Here comes
is in
63 trotting here on the field.
Yep.
He looks pretty excited. Lacayo.
All right. So we got a whole lot of new guys in there. Oh, so the penalty's against Bishop Amat. All right, so.
Because Manis in with the play. We got second down and about 4.
So moves the ball half the distance to the goal line. Well, Bishop Amat trying to figure out, okay, maybe 12 guys can stop him.
Number 33 there in the game.
Yeah.
Petties, Ryan Petties.
All right. Then we got number 80 also.
Another
again.
Snap. Manis.
And Manis breaking to the outside and gets tackled. Boy, I tell you what, Brett Martin getting a little tired out there, so maybe we'll get a center in there for him, let him rest up.
And tackle there by Scott Duran.
Okay, Alex Main going off now for a well-deserved rest. So's Max Foltz. Boy, you can tell. Look at how dirty those jerseys are. Okay, Martin's still in, though. They're leaving that center in there. So we also got number 6 in for Los Al.
Number 6 is Chambers, Craig Chambers in the game.
Okay. So looks like pretty much other than the center, we've got brand new bodies out there. And, boy, we're going to have to call this play pretty quick or it's going to be a penalty against Los Al here. Not that the coaches would be too upset about it. And we also got number 21 in for Los Al. Yeah, here's a delay of game.
And we've got 3 minutes, 7 seconds left here in the game.
So we also have Ken Bracey in for Los Al. So 3:07 left. It's 45-6. Lakewood, we just heard over the announcers, it's 14-7 Lakewood leading Loyola late in the game.
Wow.
Wow, folks. Well, people said there could be a possible upset there. Now, the good news is that no matter what happens, Los Al's playing at Vets next week.
Oh, hallelujah.
It's just a case of whether Los Al is the home team at Vets or Los Al's the visiting team at Vets.
Right.
Yeah. So Ken Bracey picks up about 4 or 5 yards there. Should make it 4th and goal to go for Los Alamitos.
Well, that Vets would be right there in Lakewood's backyard.
Well, yeah, but it's just a case of which side of the field are you on.
Right.
You know, so not a bad deal at all for the Los Al fans. At least you'll know where you need to go. I mean,
yes.
You know, the good news was Los Al won the coin toss against Loyola on the flip because obviously no one likes to go out to that Glendale stadium.
Right.
I remember the trek I made out there about 5 years ago, and don't want to do that one again. All right, so man in motion. Manis hands it off, and yeah, Los Al just running the ball. Oh, Manis kept it.
He tricked you out there, Ron, didn't he?
Faked me out totally. I tell you what. Talk about shades of Jeff Klein doing that nice little, hold it in the stomach.
He tricked me too.
Yeah. I'm sitting there going like, hey, how come they're not whistling that play? Why? Because number 5 still has it, and he's running in for the touchdown. So Chad Manis showing he's definitely going to be a great QB for Los Al next year.
He's got great speed too. He just busted that around the outside, and he was gone.
Yep. So, well, for the Bishop Amat Lancers, this is going to put an end to their season. They'll finish 6-6. But made it to the second round of the playoffs again. So obviously they'll go back, regroup, work harder for next year. Snap is up, and the kick is good.
Number 13 for Los Al.
Yeah, and that is
Hardwick.
Chris Hardwick, and he's done 4 or 5 PATs this year, and he's been 100% on his PAT tries.
There you have it, folks. 52-6, Los Alamitos Griffins. About 2 minutes and 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And this game's pretty much wrapped up in the second quarter here.
Yeah, this is pretty much about all over.
Yep.
As Chick Hearn would say, the Jello's jiggling, the butter's getting hard, and the refrigerator's cold. So, you know. But let's give credit to a Bishop Amat team that never gave up all night, played hard the whole way through. It just shows Los Al is just coming together at the right time right now.
Oh,
Steve.
yeah, they're gelled really well. They're very impressive.
Yeah.
Next week's going to be a really good game, whoever they play.
Oh,
I mean,
either Lakewood or Loyola.
Lakewood
it's going to be an
Loyola.
awesome game.
That's
I mean,
a great game.
Lakewood has one of the best linebacking duos in the country. one of the big tests of that game will be to see, how Los Al does, because Poly fairly easily handled Lakewood.
Yeah.
So assuming that.
Well, you know what it is? I think the speed of Los Al's receivers are going to play a major factor in that game.
Yeah, and how they're going to negate those two big, linebackers.
Right.
All right. So again, McNeil's got the ball coming up hard. Evades one tackler, a second, and then Nathan Quinn's right there along with Kevin Linehan, and they bring him down at about the 25-yard line. So nice coverage by Los Al.
Actually, I'm sorry, that's number 47 for Los Alamitos.
Oh, okay. Let's get the right name on that one.
Joey Madrigal there.
Okay, Madrigal again. All right, now we're going to see a whole slew of clean jerseys coming in here on defense.
I got 92.
So, Steve, I'm going to let you try and call those off.
Ken Borg is in for Los Al. 57 is Chicos. 50 is Davis.
Oh, actually, 57 is Steve Ramirez.
Oh,
this
is okay.
Yeah, it's a different number than what the name is actually on the. Wow, Wagner's still running. Oh, great hit by Manis.
Was that the quarterback?
Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, now we got flags going. Yeah, all right. Oh, I mean, Manis just laid a hit down there. And I have a feeling some players took some umbrage to it. And I think now we're seeing that the Amat coaches are doing the right move. They're getting their guys out of there,
right.
Yep, this is going to be, looks like a penalty against Bishop Amat. Let's see. So we've got referee calling personal foul, Bishop Amat. Wow, this is 3 or 4 personal fouls this game against him. I mean, not something that you would expect to see. So definitely penalties have hurt Bishop Amat this game. So refs mark off 15 yards, but wow, what a hit by Chad Manis.
Oh, that was a great hit.
Mahan
we got
just
number 35
nailed
here
him.
In the game.
So there we are. Hey, Steve, wave, smile. There we are, folks. As I say, much better night tonight than it was 2 years ago when we were in the middle of a driving rainstorm. So, again, ball's handed off. There he goes. And the Amat runner picks up about 10, 12 yards.
We got Chico's on the tackle there along with Davis.
No, that's Ramirez again. That's the other Ramirez.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
I know. It's tough. You're looking in there, and it does say it, but it is. It's Andrew Ramirez. They've done a number change. So, unfortunately, they've not updated the rosters. Yeah, when I first looked at that, I said, no, that's not a 180-pound guy down there wearing 57.
No.
So, but the coaches helped clear that up.
Minute 14 left here in the game.
Also, number 50 for Los Al is in there.
Yeah, we already called him.
Okay.
Davis is on the last
Davis,
tackle.
and then Sean Sweat also in on linebacker. Quick handoff to the fullback there. Still trying to move forward, and a whole slew of players coming in. So, right now, a lot of enthusiasm on the Los Al side. I'll say also on the Bishop Amat side, guys that taking their opportunity to get in and play play
Get some
hard.
of the seniors in there that haven't played that much this season. It's
but the
be
guys
the last
that,
game for Bishop Amat.
but one thing also is that a lot of these guys they're the scout team. They're the guys that go out there every week, and the reason why the varsity is as good as it is, those starters, is because these guys on the scout team play hard against them, and they play well during the practices. You can only be as good as the guys you practice against.
Right.
And it's pretty obvious that Los Al has some guys that really are team players and do a great job of supporting their team. Okay, again, I formation, handoff to the running back, and he's going nowhere, wrapped up by the Los Al defensive line. And we still got a little shoving in there. I tell you, 87 for Bishop Amat has no business coming in there at that point.
Yeah, game's over.
All right, game's over. So there we see Los Al comes to center of the field to shake hands. Let the starters get out there. See all those big dirty jerseys going out there.
Yeah, it's pretty much a dominant game there for Los Al. They dominated from when the ball was kicked off.
Yeah, I mean, when the first 3 offensive plays they run, it's 2 touchdowns. That's just not even, not even a contest. So there you see the coaches also shaking hands from both sides. I think for Bishop Amat, they're going to have to go back and regroup over the winter, figure out what they have to do better. For Los Al, it's on to next week, playing the winner of the Loyola Lakewood game. Oh boy, talk about having a brain cramp. We'll try to give you that score before we leave here if we get a final update on that. We may not. So let's go to a break, and then we'll come back, hopefully have some on-field interviews, and if not, we'll do our game closing.
This edition of LATV3's Game of the Week is sponsored by Family and Friends of the Los Alamitos Football Booster Club. LATV3 thanks all of our sponsors for bringing you the Game of the Week. Now back to the stadium for the post-game show.
Well, Steve, I don't know if there's much to say about this game. It was a pretty dominant effort. Hopefully we're going to have an on-field interview down there with Keith Jones. It looks like he's got most of the O-line there with him. So let's go down to Keith and talk to the Big Uglies.
Hey, we're here with the Big Griffin offensive line after another playoff victory. Guys, how does it feel to have a victory?
Feels great, baby. 7-5. Oh, yeah.
Now, we had a lot of amazing performances by some of the key positions that we keep an eye on. But I'm going to ask you, Max, folks right here, question. When your quarterback is one of the leading passers, when your receivers are two of the top leading receivers, and when you know that your tailback has more yards than anybody in town, what does that say about your offensive line?
We're busting our every time, you know, and we put it out for the team. No selfishness. It's all for the team. We got to get that ring on our finger. That's how it is.
Fantastic. Now, what we're going to do real quick, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and let each one of the guys give their name and their number. We'll ask you one quick question. Here we go.
Number 6.
Okay, Ginger or Marianne? Okay, here we go.
Alex Minnie, number 75, left tackle.
Boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
Okay, here we go.
Max Foltz, 54, left guard.
Okay, Carey or Bush?
Carey.
Okay. Moving right along.
Mike Aguayo, 71, offensive tackle.
Chocolate or vanilla?
What?
Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Okay.
Tom Murphy, 65, right guard.
And most importantly, victory or defeat?
Victory, baby. Yeah!
LaSalle, back to you.
I warned Keith. I said, man, you don't ever let O-linemen talk.
I don't know what to say.
Oh, that's great, though. It's nice to see the guys get an opportunity, you know, because everyone focuses on the skill players, but really, it's without those guys out there, you don't have a team. So, Steve, I mean, it's 52-6. I don't know any more to say. It's like to say this is Ron Cluey, Steve Leitner on color commentary, Paul Herrera on stats, Keith Jones down on the field. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back next week with the semifinal game. We will be at Vets one way or another, and we will see you then.
Good night.